Guys, what is going on? What is going on? It's good to see you guys. It's good to see you guys. Let me do this. Let me drop the link here for people who want to come up in the Discord first. Yeah, guys, guys, we haven't done a don't elect 304s in a while. Let's see. Keyshawn's here. Rajai's here. Korg's here. Evil Eddie's here. It's good to see you. It's good to see you guys, man. Boy, oh boy, guys. Guys, can we just admit that female politicians are just trash? The only good thing about female politicians is that people elect them and they do so terribly and then people get what they asked for and we can laugh at them. Guys, what a joke, right? What an absolute joke. Guys, look at all these dunderheaded broads. The super mayor's back. The Oakland mayor got recalled. That dunderhead who's mayor of Seattle. That governor of Virginia cooked. Zoran the moron might as well be a woman.
Yeah.
It's an absolute joke. Seriously. Yes, I'm past this now. I say seriously. Anyone who's some wokey woke guys, give them what they want. Let them vote them all in. As long as it's not a place where I live, I don't care. We need more Portland, Oregons. We need more Seattle, Washingtons. We need more Oaklands, right? We need more Canada's, period. We need more of the UK. Seriously, guys. That's the only way that's going to shock them. Yeah, Karen Bass.
Lori Lightfoot.
Yeah. So, guys, here's the thing of the BBC, right? And it says, wait. Oh, this is a podcast. Hold on. Oh, guys, women aren't better leaders than men. And just because a woman's in charge doesn't mean that there's a matriarchy, guys. Okay? Because a woman might be in the position of power, but it's men who have to actually do the work. It's men who have to enforce the laws. It's men who have to clean up the mess, right? Look at that, guys. Hold on, guys. Let's do this quick. Yeah, I think there's one other news story that I wanted to show you guys, and then we can get in this here. But yeah, guys, it doesn't make any sense. You have these underheaded broads. They're so dumb that they're saying that they'd rather live in Iran than in the United States.
That just blows me away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolute clowns.
Ironic.
that
Oh,
that was good. I've got to give it to you.
Yeah,
that was good.
Hell.
I know you guys didn't understand it. That's all.
Radix, bro. Guys, for all you guys who aren't familiar, I go live on Sunday nights, usually at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is an hour late because I just got back from a day trip. But guys, I go live Monday through Fridays. Okay, my old schedule was Tuesday, Thursdays at 9, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 9, and then every now and then daytime lives. I switched it to Monday through Friday 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I will always do these Sunday night lives. This is actually, hold on. Let me put up my old school banner here. Hold on. And I should start Send the Asteroid, right? This is a Send the Asteroid podcast, guys. I let the name slide for a little bit, but this is Send the Asteroid. You know? And that's what we're doing here, guys. We're talking about things where you talk about it, and they just send the damn asteroid, right?
Yeah.
But guys, hold on, check this out. Let's see. One second, guys. There's a thing about Seattle leaving. Here we go. Let's break some news, guys. Let's break some news.
Their jobs are being eliminated and stores are being closed down to the surprise of employees and customers this morning. The coffee giant said they're eliminating 900 non-retail positions, closing open positions, and shuttering both roasteries here in Seattle. KOMO's Lynn Ann Wynn spoke with an employee and the union representing the baristas affected. She's live this evening outside Starbucks headquarters in SoDo with the very latest for us. Lynn Ann?
Well, Preston, I'm told employees at the Capitol Hill Roastery found out that they were out of a job through a conference call and recorded message this morning around 8 a.m., while other employees who missed that call were scrambling to find out if the news was real.
I can't believe it. They're closed. We walked a half an hour to get here. All the way from Akron, Ohio, we came to come here.
All day long,
Loser.
customers surprised to find the popular Starbucks Reserve Roastery in Capitol Hill boarded up, with this note on the door informing them of the sudden closure.
I really don't have any clue, to be honest with you. I don't have any clue what's going on, but it's sad. I mean, it's gone, and we have to find another place.
Well, I have this woke Seattle mayor who lives with her parents, right? Whose parents pay for her student loans, and then she's in charge of a city, just like Zoran the moron. He's never worked a real job in his life, and he's in charge of the one of the richest cities on planet Earth.
Well, and
Well,
you know the interesting thing about people like them is that they will never take personal responsibility for any policies that they institute. They will never take responsibilities when those things fail. There's always an explanation for why it failed, and they're never responsible for it.
Yep, it's true.
Not taking accountability is like a special skill. It's like a superpower these people have.
Yep.
Yeah.
They dig their heads in the sand, man, and dig in heels. Guys, hit the like button on the way in, please. Yep.
A notice to employees, companies.
Guys, one thing you gotta understand, right? And let me see if I can find this. Guys, whenever you tax the rich, right? This isn't like back in the day. Now the rich can just leave. You know what I'm saying? They can just leave and go to a different city. You know?
Speaking of Seattle, it was pretty much mostly Seattle, because Seattle and King County, unfortunately has a stranglehold on the rest of the state. But I think it was late Friday night after a 25-hour session in the state Senate, they passed an income tax of 9.9% over on anything over $1 million per year.
Yeah. And hey, Colin, hold on. Remind me, because we're going to talk about this broad first. Okay. The Seattle broad. So I need you to kind of act as a subject matter expert here, because I don't live there anymore. You know what I'm saying? But it'll be nice. But she's going to be the first dunderhead that we're going to talk about. Okay.
Reps say the decision was a financial one, and tell Como represented status was not a factor. They'll be shutting down about 1% of their locations in North America, and employees affected will be transferred to other locations or given severance packages. According to ABC News, analysts say Starbucks has struggled with slow sales recently as customers deal with inflation, marking 6 consecutive quarters of declining same-store sales.
It's like shock and confusion and bewilderment.
Trent Little Hogue says
Yeah.
he and his coworkers learned the news through a recorded message in a conference call.
I know that the main reason given is a cost-cutting measure. Do you guys buy that explanation?
Not at all. Not after
that's-
they've
can I
spent
just
so
say
much
something
money
real
on the
quick?
CEO. Whether
Hold on. After I can say this about this guy, hold on.
Beta male.
Yeah. Looks like they found themselves in a little hot water and got to a boiling point. Oh!
But I
What's
just want to
saying
say
that?
this. They said, well, this business decision was about money. That's like saying, well, this human being was breathing air. Of course it was about money. What
Yep.
business decisions aren't about money?
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Sure.
they always try and make it seem like there's some other motive that a business should have when making these decisions about how to run their business. Of course it's about profit.
Yep.
Like
That's
Are-
true.
like they phrase it in such a way where it's like, what did I just hear? Like,
Yeah.
how could it be anything else?
Yeah, but these are the same people who think that like they should be getting paid $35 an hour for just
Yeah.
to slang some hash browns and pour some coffee. You know, it's ridiculous. Hold on, guys. Let's do this. Where'd that thing go? There was a really cool thing. This guy, he wrote this story about why taxing the rich, like how it works, and it was a really good. Now it's gone. Oh well.
He
Anyways,
can start his own shop called Tea Bags.
you know, this guy like
You'll probably do well. Probably
like-
get all the
it's
gay
like a-
guys
it's
in
like-
there and probably kill it.
it's a $100 million pay package or $80 million spent to send managers to Las Vegas.
Instead, Little Hogue says he believes union busting is the reason behind this decision, noting his location has had several successful strikes in the past.
It's investing it in the top 1% and letting the people who actually make up the company, the workers, showing that they don't think that they're important at all. But I think that they're wrong.
Because they're not.
And in a statement, a company spokesperson says, quote, "These decisions are not made lightly. We know these stores are more than places to grab coffee. They're part of more daily routines, meeting spots, and memory makers. We're providing."
guys, here you go.
Of jobs are being eliminated and stores are being closed down to the surprise of employees and customers this morning. The coffee giant said they're eliminating 900 non-retail positions, closing open positions, and shuttering both roasteries here in Seattle.
Look at
Comer's
that.
Lynn Ann Wynn spoke with an employee and the union representing the baristas affected. She's live this evening outside Starbucks headquarters in SoDa with the very latest for us. Lynn Ann?
Lynn Ann.
Well, Preston, I'm told employees at the Capitol Hill Roastery found out that they were out of a job through a conference call and recorded message this morning around 8 a.m., while other employees who missed that call were scrambling to find out if the news was real.
I can't believe it. They're closed. We walked a half an hour to get it.
Wait, did we just watch this one? Yeah, sorry
The
guys.
CEO, whether
Sorry. Here it is. Sorry. It's the same
Our
one.
hometown coffee giant is expanding, but not in the Seattle area.
Look at that.
Starbucks announced it has plans to open a new corporate office in Nashville, Tennessee.
And this comes after years of store closures and layoffs in our area. Fox 13's Alejandro Guzman is at the global headquarters for our Starbucks with more on what this means going forward.
Starbucks tells me this is about.
She's trying to eat the Space Needle, guys. Oh no!
There you go,
Climbing the
snowboarder.
Space Needle.
Growth, not leaving the
She's
city
all
of
yours,
Seattle,
buddy.
but this is.
I'll take this torta. I'll give it a Guzman.
And you're gonna need a Chinook helicopter to lift this bad boy.
Yeah.
I don't think the regular forklift is gonna work this time.
Oh man.
Definitely raising questions as we've seen layoffs, store closures, and tensions with union workers. Starbucks is brewing up an expansion plan. The Seattle-based coffee giant announced it will be opening a new corporate office in Nashville later this year to support coffee house growth, especially in the Southeast region. In a statement, Chief Operating Officer Mike Graham said in part, quote, "The city offers a deep, talented, and growing workforce, making it a desirable location for us."
Hold on,
End quote.
can I say something
Starbucks
right here?
says the new office will work closely with its headquarters.
Just really fast, guys. Can you name a liberal city? And while we're watching, Matt's gonna talk. He'll have the floor, and then I will YouTube search businesses leaving said city, and I get you guys want to bet that I'll find a story of businesses leaving that city. Guys, seriously, name any liberal city you want, and I'll try and find a story on it. All right. Any super chatted ones, I'll definitely try and find a story. So, who you said?
What I wanted to say is that Starbucks is sort of like a canary in the coal mine for when you negotiate or kneel to the people on the left. You know,
Yes.
Starbucks wanted to seem like a progressive company, so it followed all of these crazy policy suggestions and demands that the people in Portland made of it. Right? It wanted to seem like a good corporate partner, but look at how like they were doing that back in like the early 2000s,
Yes.
right? They were at the forefront of like gay marriage and some of these other like they supported the liberals and the leftists, right? And now look at where they are. And this is the same cycle that repeats itself with these progressives, because as soon as you kneel to them, they will eat you alive if you ever step out of line again. If you don't follow them down the rabbit hole of their crazy ass beliefs, they will eat you alive.
Yeah.
And that's why Starbucks today is maligned by leftists when it used to be celebrated by them. That's why they're moving out of Portland. They can no longer like even attempt to go along with the facade of going following them down this line of crazy that they're going down. I mean, Portland is out and out just communist and socialist now.
Yeah, well, they're in Seattle now, but Portland is the worst. Like Portland, Oregon is absolute worst city.
Yeah,
that there is, because no one will ever pass the purity test. When you bow to the woke, you are trying to show out for people that are constantly trying to disqualify you, so that no one comes after them. There's this there's this McCarthy era. I don't even want to say that, but like, yes, because in Marxism and in communism, they were always tipping off the government about their neighbors. The surest way to not have your government come after you is to point out that snowboard is doing it. Or
Isn't it called like the true Scotsman theory?
Isn't that what true Scotsman is
right?
When people say, "Oh, well, that Venezuela wasn't real communism and this and that." That's no true Scotsman.
Right, but that's
no
sort
true,
of
no true transman.
Right. And it goes a little bit farther than that, because, you know, if you actually want to talk about Soviet history, what did Lenin do to all of the real revolutionaries once he seized power? Well, they were the first ones to go in the ditch.
Yep. That's true. Guys, hit the like button, guys. We have 115 people. We have 44 likes, guys. Please, let's try and hit 100 likes. The record is like 35 5 minutes, guys. Let's do it. But yeah, if you are the one constantly telling the government who to get, it's like that's the easiest way to not get got. And when you have this environment of fear, this environment of paranoia, right? Then it's like the more divide. It's so funny that wokey wokes think that communism brings people together, but it actually makes people hyper individualistic because they're so paranoid. They're telling on each other instead of worrying about the state, who has all the power, all the guns, right? Access to all the wealth, and is oppressing everybody. So.
Well, and you know, in a communist government, there's no ability for the people to redress the government for their grievances.
Yeah, yep, that's true. And
there is no transparency, and there is no representative government.
Yeah, and there's no firearms with which to really handle business just in case, So
here in Seattle, and is very much committed to its home base. Still, the timing is raising questions. Just a few months ago, the company announced more than 900 layoffs affecting workers in Seattle and Kent.
There you go.
In November, right before taking office.
There's the communist right here. Guys, she's anti-ICE, pro-commie. She's basically mom Dommy in a pantsuit. Straight up, dude. She's a single mom. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson joined baristas on the picket
Single
line.
mom.
I am on the picket line and proud to say loud and clear, I am not buying Starbucks and you should not either.
I tried catching up with her at an event. I asked her if she thought this comment was a mistake. She told me no comment. Local business leaders say Starbucks expansion doesn't mean they're leaving.
As a global business, you make global decisions. Right? Seattle is a world-class city.
Yeah.
And world-class cities still have to compete.
But it's not it's not the only world-class city. You absolute dumb.
It's a piece of trash.
They take all of this. They take all of their advantages for granted.
Yeah.
I mean, this is exactly like what happened to Detroit before all of the automakers left. They took for granted that they had all of these advantages, and the automotive factories left. And now Detroit is a hollowed out shell of itself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's true. Yep.
Income tax on those who make more than $1 million.
Okay, this is what I'm talking about, Colin. I need you to chime in here at any point. You know what's sad, Colin? I lived in Washington most of my life, and I was trying to remember what the Washington State flag looked like. I'm like, oh snap! I don't even remember what it looks like. Here we go.
An income tax on those who make more than $1 million a year here in Washington state is now a step away from being signed into law. The State House passed the measure after a marathon debate. It's now back in the Senate for final approval before heading to Governor Ferguson, who has said he will sign it. The new plan taxes income over $1 million a year at 9.9% starting in 2029. Opponents fear it could push residents and businesses out of Washington state. The tax is expected to end up in a court battle.
Now, Colin, Matt, snowboard. Okay, we have, all of us are very successful guys, and everyone in the chat too. Why do you think that this is going to push business owners and residents out of Washington state? We'll do Colin, Matt, and snowboard.
Well, one of the obvious is why should I have to pay a disproportionate amount of my money to support people who either are just not as motivated, don't work as hard, or it's just
Yeah, I mean, it's true, guys. There's this idiot who was on Devil's Advocates show, and I cussed him out because he was just being he's a smart 21-year-old woke liberal. He's a smart kid. He's just misinformed, right? And I feel bad because he reminds me of me when I was his age, right? Like super smart but just misguided, and then like I didn't have enough experience to actually know that liberal, like classical liberalism and conservatism and like is decent, but far left wokeism is just idiocy, right? So long story short, people like me, people like Matt, you said that you were hella woke back in the day.
I wasn't.
Or just woke?
I wasn't woke. I was a old school Democrat.
But
I was
did you have
raised as
that,
a
like,
farmer.
whole was it Snowboard you who was like no, it was Anonymous who said that he was also one of those Europeans are just so horrible and America's an imperialist horrible place and slavery is still going on, all this victimhood crap, right?
No, I never bought into any of that shit.
Well, it was anonymous.
Yeah, so like I used to be that way in my early 20s.
Most people are.
Then you realize it's absolute trash, So but here's the problem. And guys, let me know if you've ever heard this before. There's good meaning, smart, and motivated people who are on the far left or on the left that honestly want to do some good.
Yeah.
That are out there trying to actually get stuff done. But the problem is they're few and far between, and they're supporting a party full of lazy morons that don't want to work.
I think that
so like hold on. So like you're a small boat with a big anchor of lazy people, right? Who don't want to work, who are victims, who just want to steal from everyone else and rely on government programs. Say what you want about on the right, but there's a people who would rather live out in a shack in the woods than take government programs on the right. On the left, everyone wants a handout, and by you showing out for them, you're just being taken advantage of. Have you guys ever considered that?
Yeah.
I want to say that amongst the Democrats, I think that you can have some well-meaning, genuinely well-meaning people, not amongst the progressives. I think that they are that those people are so bent on power and achieving it that they will ally openly with our enemies because they truly do hate this country and what it stands for. True. I don't think that there are any good, well-meaning progressives at all. I think that all of them, 100% of them, are absolutely in the tank for all of the wrong things in this world.
Matt, do you agree? And guys, put a 1 if you agree, right? They want to wait until the work is basically done, or the resort, or the house is all the way built, and then demand that they be put in charge of it. They don't want to sit there and chop the wood.
They just want to be a CEO without building a company.
Exactly. They want to watch all of the 4 of us build a business, come in after the fact and demand stock options, please.
You've been cooked. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Come on.
Also, progressive really means regressive.
Absolutely. Remember that what we were talking about in our chat, how everything that they call themselves is very Orwellian and ironic in that way. Everything that they call themselves, they achieve exactly the opposite.
Yeah, but they also live in this la land where anything can mean anything. So the one idiot kid who was on Devil's Advocates stream, he was like, I said, he goes, but I've watched your channel and you're a MAGA, I'm like, bro, I'm actually an independent. And he goes, oh, so you're a coward then? I'm like, and your mother's a whore. How about that? So I just started cussing him out, right? I'm like cussing this kid out, like, because I was like, bro, like, and then he goes, and then the other guy on the panel goes, bro, you don't call another man a coward. Them's fighting words. And he's like, well, I called him a coward in the dictionary sense. I'm like, oh, see, that's a progressive thing.
See, you should have responded, well, I called your mother a whore in the street sense, and I fucking meant it.
You know what I mean? And guys, as a person who's done lots of streams, I think that our sense of humor, and I'll drop the link for anyone who's coming up, I have a very, very, very respectful people who come onto this panel, right?
Yeah,
I do. I've only had to pull rank like 3 times, right? This new group of TikTok Tylenol brain idiots, they're just so disrespectful. And then there's people who want to come onto a platform that someone else has built and just make it
about
theirs.
them. Yeah.
It's like, this is not about you. This is about the audience. This is about having fun. Guys, we talk about some pretty serious topics, some pretty depressing topics, dark topics, but we make it fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how we deal with things, right? Even this topic in itself, these 304s, it's bad enough that they could actually get to the ballot box, but now they're in these positions of power, ruining everything.
But see,
I don't. Hey man, how you been, man? Long time, bro. Good to see you. But yeah, guys, like, it's actually really depressing. We actually see like Oakland was a good place to live until that idiot Mayor Tao got in there, and she got recalled because she let all the criminals out of jail, and she was in cahoots with the Vietnamese mob. The governor, the mayor of New Orleans getting indicted. The Seattle broad. There's so Lori Lightfoot.
Lori Lightfoot was a menace.
Yeah, that one mayor who just got pled guilty to letting her son's friend smash.
Yeah, at the pool.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on here? What is going on, man? Yo, he showed up to her ballot box.
Oh! He was stuffing the ballots.
Yeah. And she wasn't the incumbent.
Those three horrible jokes in a row.
Oh no! I know. She was wondering what the city statutory was.
But something that you said, you went on these other panels. I'm not surprised that you have a harder time conversing with the younger people, because most of them are very deeply narcissistic.
Yeah.
And they're completely unable to think about like other people in any kind of way.
Yeah, and they do this passive aggressive disrespect. And it's just like, bro, like if we were in person, you wouldn't have any teeth left. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, like this is why I think Snowboard, Matt, and myself, we've been on TikTok lives, not together, but we've all tried to call into a TikTok and like talk to the person. You can't even do it because they mute you. They're disrespectful. There's no good faith, and that's the way that this generation has developed to talk to each other. It's like, look at Andrew Wilson trying to talk to these idiots. You know, Jubilee.
They talk at each other.
Jubilee. This isn't true. We had women voting in elections in 1800. It was 1801. There was women who were voting in the New Jersey elections and the Connecticut elections. Okay, so this is a myth. When the United States was first ratified, there was no gendered language. It's whoever owned property. They started gendering the language in a lot of places, and from like 1820 to about 1850. But there was women voting early. You know what I'm saying? There was women and blacks. Yeah. It was Vermont, Connecticut, and New Jersey. Yeah. So, but if you owned land and you could read, you could vote. So
some are now weighing a citizens' initiative to try to repeal it. The bill appears to have already prompted one big name to say they're going to move out of the state. KOMO senior reporter Chris Daniels live this evening at the State of Downtown event in Seattle to explain. Chris?
Yeah, Preston, this is a long-planned annual event that is coincidentally happening at the time when the state appears poised to make a major change to the tax code. And former Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz says he will move out of the state. And there are some whispers in corners of this room that is just the first shoe to drop. Even on the most dreariest of days, Bob Donegan radiates optimism.
Seattle is still a really attractive place to come to visit or work or live.
A lie detector determined that was a lie.
The Ivers CEO has been a champion of the Seattle waterfront redevelopment that he says has prompted foot visitor traffic to jump by double-digit percentages in a year.
The private sector has spent more than $1.5 billion in new hotels, apartments, retail spaces, renovations of the.
But they defunded the police, and they're going to be stepping through friggin' feces. You know what I'm saying?
And
There's going to be cholera breaking out there. You know.
Years. So it's working.
So the investment's paid off, you think?
Oh, without a doubt.
You know,
he cautions that
in these liberal cities, you see the greatest disparity between the rich and the poor.
Yep, that's true.
Like I said, they achieved the exact opposite of what they set out to.
Yep.
that waterfront momentum could be blunted by a new income tax.
I do know from talking to the private wealth attorneys that many of them spent the second half of last year helping their clients find new domiciles outside Washington state. That's a bad trend.
Senate Bill 6346, as amended by the House, is declared passed.
Former Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz posted as the state house was finalizing the legislation in what could be interpreted as a goodbye message that he and his wife focused on doing our part to help those at risk and facing hard times in Seattle, but our private family office will move to Miami.
Look at that. Guys, that's the thing that London learned when they left the EU, because if we're all doing business in London and then the UK leaves the EU, now we're basically in a different country. We have to pay tariffs, extra taxes, all that stuff. So a lot of people left to go to Dublin, Ireland, right? Financial centers, banks, whatever. And they just passed a law in the UK where if Colin and Sigrid are operating businesses in the UK and they live in the UK and they have a business in Singapore that has nothing to do with the UK, they get taxed for all the revenue that they make in Singapore. Absolutely insane. What a joke.
A message that comes just a week after Starbucks announced it will transition corporate jobs from Seattle to Nashville.
I don't think that's coincidental, but that would be unfortunate if we lose people because of a goofy tax system.
Do you think there's another way to handle that?
I think there is, and we should take the time to be thoughtful about it rather than rushing it through in a short session year.
But it is unlikely the temperature in Olympia, like Seattle, will immediately change.
Cooked.
Yeah, keep
Starbucks of all places is saying we are getting out of here. Now, guys, here's a story. Yes, see this? So I read this today, right? And it says, okay, there's 10 men who go out for beers every day, and the total bill is $100. They agree to pay a progressive tax that is simulating our real tax system. So the first men, who are the poorest, don't pay anything. The fifth pays $1, the sixth pays $3, the seventh pays $7, so the eighth pays $12, the ninth pays $18, and the richest guy pays $59. Now, he pays more than anyone else, even though that might not be a lot for his, $300,000, $400,000 a year he makes, right? So people look, just get where this is going. So the bar owner gives them the $20 discount, and the group tries to redistribute the savings fairly, but the lower income man gets angry that the richest man gets a larger absolute cut of the savings. So think about it. If they get this $20 discount, that would mean that this guy would drink for free. The $1 guy drinks for free. The $3 guy drinks for free. But then, like, it would be like $3 here off, a couple dollars here. But this guy, out of the sheer amount, he would get like $10 off. You know what I'm saying? So the richest man gets a larger absolute cut of the savings. They complain that they didn't get the fair share of savings. They surround the 10th man and beat him up. So the next night, the 10th man doesn't show up. And the remaining 9 men, they discover that they can't even cover half of the bill on their own, illustrating that the wealthiest individuals were always vital to the system's function. So, guys, they have to pay, was it $100, right? If this guy leaves, they're cooked. They're cooked. These 4 guys who aren't paying anything, and then this guy's got to pay more. 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 And this guy's got to pay more. And what's going on under Zoran the moron, especially in New York, is all these people right here, they're leaving. They're saying sayonara. They're going to Kansas City, Dallas,
Puerto Rico,
Miami, even Orlando. You guys don't think that there's multiple cities across the U.S. that are like this itching, like, oh, hey, they're putting tax breaks, tax cuts for anyone who makes more than $1 million in their on the ballots right now. Because imagine there's a is it Dallas that has this version of Wall Street that they call Y'all Street?
Oh my God!
No.
It's common.
But so many people have moved there. So many millionaires have moved to Dallas. You know what I'm saying?
I equated to the 304s want to leave their men. The streets will welcome you back with open arms. Well, guess what? A lot of these states will welcome these millionaires with open arms.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah. Locke, what's up, dude?
Oh, what's going on,
man? But guys, this is a thing, and I'm gonna add my personal kind of like anecdotal experience. I know 4 millionaires, 4 personally, like that I know, and they all made their money in my lifetime. No help from mommy and daddy. You know, all of them are a little bit are either my age or older. You know, and I've seen them through my life, you know, make good decisions, a little bit of luck, working hard, investments, and now they're millionaires. Why should they have to pay extra taxes? Why? They're not these evil, horrible people. They just worked really, 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 really hard and made good decisions. Why should they be penalized for being successful? Why? That's why I would say, guys, put a 1 if you agree. I was gonna say the left, but in general, the United States hates winners. It does. The United States likes the lovable loser or the reluctant hero, you know. But they don't. Once that hero wins, all of a sudden he's worthless, you know. This doesn't make any sense. And these Gen Z and millennials don't see the struggles that all these people went through. They didn't see the long hours, the 75, 80 hours a week that they were working for years at a time. They just think that it just naturally came to them. So, yeah, this is a good story here, guys. For this last part about the 10th man not showing up when he's paying most of the bill, you know? This is how it is. The super rich, the decently rich are mobile. They're more mobile than ever. A lot of them just say, hey, look, we aren't going to you renew our lease on Wall Street, and we'll give our employees either money to relocate, or if they can't relocate, a severance package. Within 6 months, they're out of there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
I mean, we saw a lot of that during the great unpleasantness of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. Like, you had all of these like crazy rich cities where all of the millionaires, they were just up and relocating. It was like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you wanna tax me more? All right, I'm out. It's like, wait, you can't do that.
It's true.
You can't. What are you doing? You can't do that.
So speaking of rich businesses and organizations leaving, you guys have heard that the Oakland A's are leaving Oakland, right? Or they've already
that's a huge one.
The fallout from the A's announcement that they are all but certainly on the road to Las Vegas.
And while the news has devastated fans, Kenny Choi reports it could also be a huge blow to businesses in that area. Kenny?
That's right, Liz. For so many of these small businesses, they have been waiting for this decision. They expected more additional foot traffic that a new project like the A's project at Howard Terminal would have brought into areas, including like Jack London Square. Now they have some difficult decisions to make, whether to stay put or relocate as well.
Born and raised in Oakland, George Rodriguez has been cutting hair since he was a teenager.
I started really young, you know, it was a hobby, and then it became a career, you know.
He finally opened his first business, Kingsman Grooming Parlor, last year on 2nd Street in Jack London Square after nearly 2 decades building his clientele.
It's a beautiful city. Like, there's a lot to do here. There's a lot.
The lie detector determined.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
As somebody who's actually lived in Oakland, I can tell you that is significantly untrue.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Yeah, no, like honestly, because it wasn't just the A's, the Raiders moved to Vegas as well.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. So I am not surprised at all that the A's are moving to Vegas.
Yeah,
it's hold up, you mean to tell me that our team can represent a city that isn't a crime-ridden hellhole?
Yeah.
Oh
guys,
man.
Before this new mayor, that mayor who got recalled, got in there, Oakland had a 30-year crime low. They were at pre-crack epidemic crime levels. And then this idiot got in there, got this woke B-dub DA who said, "You're going to call me Madame DA," who her ass got recalled. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, freaking Oakland looks like Mad Max. It was so bad that the NAACP of all places wanted to declare a state of emergency because of crime.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's do this here. Radek says you have to spend less than you make. If you can't do that, then you are a wage slave. Now, guys, you do not have to make a lot of money to actually live well and save money, guys. You really don't. You just got to be smart.
Yeah,
you know?
Just
how cheap are you willing to live to live beneath your? To live under your means, right? Guys, rent a room. If you move to an area, you don't have a good job, guys. You don't have a lot of money for rent a room. Have an old car. You know what I'm saying? Make it so that your rent is your only bill, right? If not, rent a basement apartment. So when I first moved to DC, I rented a room. I didn't have an apartment. I lived in a house with 2 other people, and I rented my room.
Very rarely are people able to start off with everything exactly like the way that they want.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, you have to build yourself up. And
Yeah.
it seems like more and more of the young people don't think that they have to do that.
Yeah.
You know, like our
They think
parents
luxury is the
Right.
standard. You know what I'm saying?
Our parents had things like starter homes had starter cars. Some of them never had a car ever, you know? And now these kids think that they can, go right from college to making, $90,000 a year and living in a fantastic apartment. No, you're going to have to struggle. That is called life. You're going to have to make sacrifices. You're going to have to be realistic. You're not going to get everything that you want. Welcome to reality.
Well, the funny thing is that the new generation, they don't understand how numbers work.
Hold on. So guys, I'm gonna do a video on this too. But guys, I know we're off topic, but Matt, what was the term that you used? A what home?
A starter home.
Starter
home.
Thank you very much, guys. Look at this. My $4,800 a month starter home.
Just like a woman.
Hey guys, watch this. Hold on. Check this out, guys. Hold on.
These
Okay.
influencers are the worst.
Look.
My home
Yeah, tell me
that
about
you
it.
guys say is not a starter home. This is the dining room. We painted it. We changed light fixtures, all of that. Very cute, very chic. Okay. Bar cart. You come in here to the kitchen. Please ignore my dishes. We redid the cabinets, redid all of the appliances except for the range hood and the fridge. We'll be getting new countertops. We also redid the floors this year, and we're going to get new countertops. Fridge, more kitchen counter. We have like our breakfast nook here. This is the main living room. Okay. Again, we've painted everything, redid floors, design choices. Okay, downstairs, we have a basement that's about 1,100 square feet, but it's unfinished. And then here we have my piano. Walk back in here. You have my husband's office. There it
You
is.
guys, it's $4,800 in Columbus, Ohio. In Ohio?
Whoa.
Are
Oh,
you
man.
serious? And of course, it's a B dub, right? I think.
I did not clean for this, so I apologize.
Please.
This is our laundry
Yeah, you did-
room, which we haven't touched yet. We need to like paint it, do some wallpaper, put some shelving units in, all of that. Right here, we have
Yes, Tim said it. Yes, this is all the things she wanted. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true. This is her idea.
And
Was it-
how much of that do you want to bet was debt spending?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and that her
And-
husband's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And when
And
she
every
says
single-
we redid it, a Mexican redid it. They didn't. do that.
That's true. Facts. Yes.
True. No, it's exploiting people. They take credit like they did it. No, you had someone else. You paid a Mexican like no money to do it. That's what you did.
the powder bathroom. There's me. Hi guys.
Yeah, of
I
course you have to have
wallpapered
your
that
unit.
as well. Okay, so that's the whole first floor. And then upstairs, okay, when you come upstairs, we have this space, which is not a bedroom because it doesn't have a closet or anything. But this is the girls' playroom. It doesn't have a door.
Leave
it
your
does have
kids
a closet.
out of it.
But this
That's
is
what I was gonna say. That's how
Yeah.
you truly know if these chicks are demons.
Yeah.
It's when they put their kids as props on the internet.
it's the girls' playroom. There's Noodle. Hi, cutie.
Shut up.
And then I'm
I
running
wanna be in
because I
this
don't want this to be
video.
too long. This is the master bedroom.
Why
Again,
are
I
the
did
walls black?
not clean for this.
Yeah.
We have the master bath in there and our walk-in closet there. We have
Oh,
my
that's not
girls'
black,
bedroom
that's
in
like
here,
really dark
another
brown.
full bath there, and then my live-in nanny's bedroom there.
A
Live-in nanny?
A live-in nanny.
Ta-da.
Oh my god.
Okay,
you
so let
guys-
me get
Go
this
back, guys.
straight. Let me get this straight here. Okay, so she and her husband make enough money to be able to pay almost $5,000 a month on a house, right? Now it's obvious. We see the husband set up. He's an influencer. He's got like the light set up. She's an influencer too. Why do they need a nanny? They're pretty much home all day.
Because they're stupid.
Well,
Yeah,
they don't really
okay.
love their kid. Their kid's a prop. They want
Yeah.
someone else to deal with
Yeah.
their kid. If you love your kid, you want to take care of it. You don't want to just outsource it to something. Then guess what? The nanny's probably a Mexican too. Her husband probably put the floors in and everything.
Because why would you be with a woman who can't even take care of your own kids?
Yeah.
Right.
Why?
Well, because she was too busy painting the walls dark brown, AJ. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Why? Like, every single time I hear like
Look at this on Lux. She has her whole life on here. Hysterectomy, her budget, all this, like her whole business is out here online. Why?
Okay, you guys.
Because she thinks every single thing that happens to her is like the most important thing ever.
Yeah.
Like what? It's like she's walking through this house the whole time. It's like, oh well, we want to replace the counters and we want to do this, we want to do that. And I look at that and go, why?
Yeah,
they're freaking counters. Do they not counter?
Yeah.
It's like if you put like your umpteenth bottle of wine for the day on the counter, does it fall?
Well, the
through
issue,
the floor?
Locke, is that they look in these stupid magazines and like, oh, this type of counter that looks just like the one you have now, but it's different a little bit, is the new chic one. It's like it counters, doesn't it? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, does your breakfast does the breakfast nook the breakfast? I mean, why do you need this stuff? It's a waste of freaking money. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, sometimes if you want to paint the walls a different color, okay, that's one thing. That's a couple gallons of paint. That's a day-long thing. Whatever. But it's this whole and this is a starter home, which implies that they're going to be selling it. Yeah. And here's the thing: what she's done, that's custom work. She did it to suit her tastes.
Yeah. Any realtor will say, if you ever plan on getting out of your house at some point, you don't customize it to what you would want.
Yeah, exactly. We see this all the time with modern women. Like they want something customized and they want it to their taste. And naturally, if you customize something, it's going to cost like 3-4 times as much. And then they turn around and sell it, and then they start crying when nobody buys it. But it's worth. I spent like $250,000 on this breakfast nook. People aren't even willing to entertain an offer for it, but it's expensive, so therefore I should get the money back.
Yeah,
they have no idea how money or numbers work. They really freaking don't.
There you go.
Lots of build here, man, but people's leaving.
The A's project at Howard Terminal would have made a significant impact for his employees.
Would have brought more foot traffic and made more barbers successful here.
Nearby, Eurydice Manning expanded her small business, James and the Giant Cupcake, with its second location and production facility in Jack London
She's kind of
Square
hot, though.
in 2018, knowing it could grow even more with the A's as new neighbors.
And it was always like, hey, just wait till the A's get here.
That's
going to be great. There's going to be a lot of new customers.
Yeah, but this is like total liberal chick where she would take out the bull ring, have it.
Yeah, she took the bull ring out. She'd be kind of hot. Yeah, not bad.
And she can bake,
We were just kind of waiting out for that.
Economists predicted the billion-dollar project would have.
Hey, I'd fill the cannoli.
Construction
I see what you did there.
Michael Bernick is a labor attorney with Dwayne Moore.
Look at this
fedora. What is he doing? Like, he just makes me look so. Makes me look so cool.
Exactly. Hey, this is Oakland. This makes me look cool.
Yeah.
Development Department.
For those businesses in that area, especially for any businesses that came in that area, specifically with the expectation that the stadium would grow, it's a big deal.
For young entrepreneurs like Rodriguez, they can only sharpen their skills despite a setback, but it's still difficult to see another opportunity pass so quickly.
I mean, we're rooted in Oakland. Why is it called rooted in Oakland, right? Why? Now what is they're leaving.
They're digging up the roots and moving to some place where they won't get shot.
Turning to Oakland now, the A's announcement to leave Oakland after this season certainly hurts sports fans, but it's also another major economic blow for the Hegenberger business corridor. Some East Oakland residents tell Da Lin that the A's departure and recent business closures are setting the Hegenberger area back decades.
Retired city officials tell me it took decades to convince companies to invest in East Oakland and the Higginburger corridor. Many people are angry that years of hard work vanished in a short amount of time as businesses leave the city. The A's will soon join a growing list of businesses that have left the Higginburger Road area.
Look at that, guys.
The team admits the move will result in job losses.
We don't necessarily want to call it a economic desert, but it's starting to look that way.
Lifelong East Oakland resident Charles Johnson says it's more economic pain for some of his neighbors who work as concession workers at the Coliseum.
It is an absolute frustration, and it even goes to, at times, a level of anger.
Who'd you vote for? Dumb, right?
Yeah.
Who did you vote for?
This was how the Higginburger Shopping Center looked 8 years ago.
Who you say?
And that's something that, a lot of people don't really think about, because when you have these organizations that are generating millions of dollars, they don't realize that for every $1 million that these organizations generate, that it literally creates like almost 2 to 3 local jobs, because it supports, like you said, it supports manufacturers, it supports retailers, it supports restaurants, coffee shops, dry cleaners, convenience stores, it's hotels. It's a multiplier. And when you chase out these large employers, you literally are impacting not only all the businesses that are like within a 1-2 mile radius, but you also potentially are creating a 10, 15, 20% decline in your city's GDP.
But Secret, here's the thing. These woke liberal chicks who
they don't
elected, they went to some wokey woke high school, then they went to some liberal wokey woke college and never worked a real job in their life.
And they never took an economics class either.
Yeah. Right,
If you ask,
Guys,
can I just say one quick thing, Korg? Because exactly what Seeger said, the exact opposite is true if you think that creating jobs using government tax money is going to give you the same benefits. It works exactly in the opposite way. It takes away from all of the things that it contributes when it's done on the private side.
True.
Right, yeah. All these fools, all these idiots, they can't even grasp the concept of what is referred to as the ancillary service and support businesses. They just don't get it.
But they will. They're finding out real fast. Guys, hit the like button, please. Let's try and hit 100 likes, guys. Make sure you are subbed, guys.
Yeah, not only do they not know, they don't care.
Yeah,
they do not care. It's like once you get into that position, F you, I got mine. F you, I got mine, and I'm gonna do whatever because I'm gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna make some of the dumbest decisions possible. I am going to turn your home into a crap hole. Yeah. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. But don't worry, I'll be fine.
And I'll make you, and I'll tax you more too. I'll tax you more while I'm trying to defund your police. You know what I'm saying? And all that stuff. So.
Oh man. So, sorry, guys. Go ahead, Seagrip.
And just 2 things. First, the chat is undefeated. Your chat is undefeated. Steven has said it best. It's a 304 multiplier. The chat is undefeated, and
that's a good one.
And you know something, and to give these local thunderhead female politicians at least some credit, I do have them at an advantage, because in addition to minoring in gynecology when I was in college, I was also an economics minor as well. So I do have them at a disadvantage.
So, AJ, so this is something that's actually interesting about Oakland. Back when I was over there, they had a huge crisis in the police department. They could not keep a chief of police for more than a couple of weeks before they were forced to resign.
Yep. And that was because that woke DA was letting people.
It's like Kamala Harris still.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and then
talk about
the
you
best-
want to talk about it like a thunderhead. Look at her; she's the prime example.
Guys, it's Dunderhead. D-U-N-D-E-R.
Yeah.
Dunderhead.
She gave Thunderhead to get it to.
Oh! My favorite is what they call it. Guys, they call her heels up Harris.
Dude, that is a punishment for shoplifting in some countries.
Sorry.
A lot of shoppers and a lot of cars. The parking lot was always full on game days. But the business corridor has seen a decline in recent years that started with the departure of Walmart in 2016. And the pace of closure sped up in the last 12 months. 2 Starbucks, a Subway, an In-N-Out, a Denny's, and a Black Bear Diner. And 2 restaurants have closed their dining rooms to do drive-through
Bear.
only because of car break-ins.
Yeah.
This is how the Hagenberger Shopping Center looks now. Very quiet and fences in the parking lot to prevent people from doing donuts.
Oh, it's so sad. Like, I would always go to the Denny's around here.
You look at it today, they're leaving here like the city's on fire.
This guy's ready for
Axel
Mad
Gospel
Max.
Church is located near the Coliseum. Bishop Bob Jackson says it took decades to bring economic vitality to the Hagenberger corridor. While the A's are leaving over a different reason, the result is the same: fewer tax dollars and.
Now, guys, let's go to this idiot in Seattle, right? Guys, this chick is an absolute mess. Hold on.
Is brewing
You watch
is
this?
to demand so much for instead of whether they can actually make a good cup of coffee and smile at a customer. Customer service went from having a great day to getting an attitude when you don't tip. What is going on? They just hand you the thing that's how much you want to tip, and then they look away. Then it says 18%,
Yeah.
22%.
It defaults to like 22, 25%. You're like, whoa.
32%. Refresh.
No, like,
and then you
freaking hate tipping.
click no. I click no. And then they look at it and then they're like, cheap mother. You to ask, would you like to round up to a charity for kids without big toes? Oh, round up for charity for kids without a big toe. You know why? Because it helps their balance. Okay.
Starbucks confirms it's closing 5 Seattle locations in a matter of weeks based on a combination of factors like customer experience and financial performance. 4 of those stores are unionized shops, including the U District, and the site of
Funny how that works, huh?
prior pickets for better paid working care.
Let's get to
Nobody
the,
wants to gather. They are absolutely politely saying Seattle's downtown has become somewhere nobody wants to be. You don't close 5 stores in your hometown because business is booming.
This comes less than a week after Starbucks announced plans to open a new corporate office in Nashville, Tennessee.
In the future, I think the CEO has to do
It's a weird looking dude right there, man.
something drastic because their stock price is down 13% in last
He's
year.
like talking out of the
gets
side of
new
his
office
mouth,
the same
too.
week Seattle closes 5 stores. It's not a coincidence. Nashville, you guys, not Portland, not San Francisco, Nashville, a city with no state income tax, a functioning downtown, and a government that isn't actively making it impossible to turn a profit.
There you go. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Isn't it funny how that works?
New CEO isn't just closing stores. He's quietly locating Starbucks away from its own birthplace. And Starbucks leadership hasn't even noticed. That's bad enough. But while Starbucks has a $1 billion cushion to absorb Seattle's dysfunction, small business owners obviously don't.
A survey by The Intentionalist shows 67% of Seattle's small business
name a
owners are
business to
reporting
save their
more
lives.
financial strain now than during the pandemic.
And just gradually each year it started going up. But
Zelda
as of,
Zonk?
I'd say 6 months ago, I'm seeing a decline.
67% say that it's worse than the pandemic, during which
Damn.
the government literally shut
wonder
down
why,
all
though.
businesses. Let that land for a moment. During C-19, the
Because
government-
once you give these people power or taxes, they never give it back.
Yeah.
There's no such thing. There's no such thing as lowering the tax rate. There's no such thing as giving government powers back to the people or relinquishing a responsibility.
Sure.
All of this stuff only goes in one way. It goes in one direction and never the other.
Yep.
And remember, the federal income tax is temporary. We just got to get through World War One, and then we'll stop doing it.
Yeah,
that's true.
It was
true.
temporary.
Ding, ding, ding.
People couldn't leave their homes and the economy nearly collapsed. And somehow, right now in 2026, with everything open, 67% of Seattle small businesses say that it's harder than then. What does that tell you about what Seattle's government has done to their own economy? Now, let me be honest with you. The businesses that they interviewed for this particular story is a consignment clothing store. I'm not going to pretend that that's the world's most bulletproof business.
Can I share kind of like a conspiracy theory that I have about the anti-business practices that these places have, like in Portland? That
well, this is all you need to know, guys.
That's all you need. I was about to say that.
That flag meeting's insane.
Following?
No,
fair use, YouTube. Fair use, by the way. Fair use. Fair use.
No, when you look at these places like Portland, San Diego, you hear the same thing all the time. These small business owners saying that it's impossible for them to do their business. I think that that's actually deliberate. When you look at the way that the Soviet Union had things up, they did not want competition. They knew that they could control the large industry. You know what I mean? Like the big guys of the economy. They knew they could control them. They can't control 100 different businesses, but they can control one big monopoly.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think that that's beginning to be their deliberate strategy to have control in their states. Is that they only want big business doing business. They can control them. Do you know what I mean? They cannot control 100 different retailers that offer competitive
they can be
services.
bribed by them.
Exactly.
Is
They
more
can
really
be
what it
controlled or threatened or manipulated into making the decisions that the state wants.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That's what I think.
Well, under socialism, guys, the government's the biggest monopoly there is.
Exactly. That's why. That's what I'm saying is that they want these large businesses. So then, if they need to, they can just seize them.
Yep, that's true. Yep.
And then the monopoly is perfect built to deliver what they want or what they don't want.
Yeah,
it's true.
Of Seattle. She's a renter. She's never really introduced you to A.T. Wilson because I can't move forward without you fully understanding who's running this city. I want to be clear. There's nothing wrong with the following, but she is the mayor of Seattle. She's a renter. She's never purchased a home. She has no private sector experience that I can find. She won her mayoral campaign on the promise of making housing affordable in one of America's most expensive cities. Guys,
so basically,
you've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
But we're forgetting the important question here, and this is what the voters were asking. What is she packing between her legs? Because that's what matters when you're a politician.
True. Sure.
Still blows my mind that people voted for her. You think at the bare minimum, the person you hired to fix the housing crisis would have at some point in her adult life gone through the process of actually buying a home, understanding a mortgage, building equity, managing a budget, or managing anything with actual bills attached to it. Apparently that's optional now.
But this is home math.
Has been building for many, many years. It has many causes. The big one is that we have not been building housing to
guys. Anyone that does this with their
crisis
hands
has been building.
You can't trust them if they do that with their hands.
Yeah,
mom was a mom commie does it.
A budget or managing anything with actual options.
When I think of a communist,
does it. Ridiculous. So
when I think of a communist, for some reason, I've never seen that woman before. But whenever I think of a communist, I think of a woman who looks and dresses and wears her hair just like that.
We have not been building housing to match our growing region. We've also seen decades of federal disinvestment in subsidized housing. tackling this crisis really is an all hands on deck kind of thing. But one thing we can do is make it possible for the private market to build more housing in our great neighborhoods.
Make it possible for the private market. She's describing removing regulations that our own party created. Did you catch that accidental honesty? She just said Seattle hasn't built enough housing to match growth, and the solution is making it easier for the private market. Translation: government regulations had made it nearly impossible to build, and now she's attempting to slowly unwind them while calling them her brilliant plan. The party that created the regulations is now taking credit for reducing them. Classic.
And so one thing that you see, especially when you're dealing with some of the big
that only you can
landlords
solve.
or management firms, is that in addition to your monthly rent price, which is too high, there will also be kind of hidden fees in your lease that you don't necessarily notice when you're originally signing it. And so what we're looking at is legislation that would ban or regulate a lot of these fees so that as a renter, you kind of know what you're getting into when you sign that lease.
A renter.
It's not going to matter. 'Cause you guys know, hold on. How much rent costs in Seattle?
It's obscene.
Lock, keep going. Hold on. How much is the average rent in Seattle? Because the average rent for a one bedroom is $2,077 a month.
That's ridiculous.
For a one
That's
bedroom?
crazy to live in that dump.
Yeah.
To live with these heroin addicts and stuff everywhere.
You go to Bellevue, it's $2,400.
But
they live in hell.
Hold up. Hold up. I'm confused. Seattle still has H addicts? I thought they moved on to the new stuff.
It's like H mixed
God,
with
that
everything.
man, retro.
Yeah.
That's taking me back to the 90s.
Yeah, guys, they're cooked.
Oh yeah, they're doomed.
Cooked.
Wow.
The West Coast,
Absolutely
more or less.
cooked. Yeah.
The West Coast, more or less, is doomed.
Yep. They just fall off. Well, except what we're calling is. He's all right. Yeah.
Complaining about landlord fees is literally her entire policy platform. Banning junk fees. Okay, I get that. That's the plan. While businesses are fleeing, Starbucks is shutting down 5 locations. The residents are saying it's worse than the pandemic. Katie Wilson is focusing on lease transparency regulations. That's like the Titanic hitting an iceberg and the captain coming on the intercom to announce that they have an updated dinner menu.
Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson is proposing a new chapter of funding for Seattle libraries.
A proposed property tax levy that seeks to provide important and continued funding for Seattle libraries over the next 7 years.
See, guys, raising those property taxes. And that's what Zoran the Moron's going to do next, guys. You know,
this is all like
tax the rich, and then the rich left, and now it's like, well, our only other recourse to shore up this $5 to $7 billion shortfall is taxing New Yorkers. So,
and this is all like, you know, a nod to the public sector employees who supported her. That's why she's doing in every one of these steps that you see these people make, there's a payoff for one of the groups that supported their election.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Approved by voters, the $410 million levy would continue supplementary funding for the Seattle Public Library from 2027 through 2033.
Property tax levy on top of property taxes already crushing small business. $410 million, 7 years. Property tax levy, the same property taxes that consignment store owner just told us are already crushing her. The same taxes that are part of why 67% of small businesses say it's worse than the pandemic. And Katie Wilson's solution is to add them for the library. What in the world is happening in Seattle?
A typical home worth about $872,000 would pay around $163 in the first year under this proposal. That's about 19 cents for every $1,000 of the home's assessed value.
They're selling tax increases by breaking into the pennies per thousand. Classic political math here. The average Seattle home is worth $872,000, and they're pitching this as only $163 a year. That is one of the oldest tricks in government. Make a tax sound tiny by chopping it into the smallest denomination. It's only 19 cents per thousand. Meanwhile, if you own a property in Seattle, you're already paying some of the highest property taxes in the state.
Exactly.
Starbucks just left. Your tenant base is absolutely shrinking. And now you're getting another bill for a library system that serves people who are, as we speak, sleeping on sidewalks outside.
Investing in our libraries means investing in every community member and in the shared public spaces that help our city learn, grow, imagine, and thrive together.
The proposal would keep all 27 neighborhood branches open, expand book collections and digital resources, improve technology, and address maintenance and safety needs across the system.
In a city where the homelessness is absolutely insane. This is what happens when you put a 304 in charge.
If this proposal is approved by council, then it'll go to a vote on the primary election ballot in August.
4 words that describe nothing happening in Seattle's economy: learn, grow, imagine, and thrive. It's genuinely beautiful and poetic, guys. Meanwhile, drug addicts are using those library bathrooms as apartments. Businesses are shutting down. And the city's new mayor, who's never owned a property in her life, is proposing property tax to fund buildings that are currently functioning as indoor homeless shelters. And they're wondering why businesses are leaving. America, here's what nobody wants to connect for you. Seattle didn't accidentally become this mess. This is what happens when you elect people who have no skin in the game. Katie Wilson doesn't own a property, so a property tax levy feels absolutely painless to her. She's never run a business, so hidden fees and leases feels like the biggest economic problem to solve. She's never had to make payroll, so a minimum wage increase is just a moral statement, not a financial grenade. Starbucks leaving? That's not the beginning of the story. That's the verdict. When a company abandons its own hometown for Nashville, Tennessee, the trial is over. Seattle lost. Here's what's coming next. That $410 million library levy passes in August because Seattle voters keep voting for the people proposing it. Property taxes go up. More businesses follow Starbucks out the door. Wilson miraculously announces another initiative. And mark my words, 4 years from now, somebody's going to be doing a survey showing how things are worse than they were under the last mayor that they elected to fix it. Let me know what you think about this. Drop it down in the comments section down below.
Yeah.
And part of the issue, like the kind of the runaway that you have with Portland and Seattle, is that they'll understand that the people that they elected failed, but their conclusion is always to be more extreme on going in a progressive way. Right. That they were too conservative in the measures that they took, and that didn't achieve communism or socialism. And so we need to go even farther. And that is how that's what's happening. And they're just going to empty out everything that works in Seattle and Portland until they become complete shells of themselves. This is how cities die.
But people don't think that far ahead, though. They just think that, okay, conservatives at least understand that people disagree with their point of view. Right now, the left, they're so solipsistic that they think that theirs is or should be. Like, people say that people on the right are in echo chambers. No, people on the left are really in echo chambers. They honestly believe that all their friends and neighbors and stuff all agree with them. You know, and it's like, no, like, you really think that your friend who runs a restaurant wants to support the bill to double the minimum wage and destroy his restaurant because he can't pay the labor costs? No. So, but guys, this is this dunderhead that's in Charlotte. Here we go. Watch.
At noon, Charlotte City Councilwoman Tijuana Brown and her daughters have been indicted on federal charges, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. They are accused of defrauding the Small Business Administration and Paycheck Protection Program.
Those PPP loans.
By submitting at least 15 applications for funds totaling.
Now, we've seen her before But guys, there's an update.
Over 124,000 between April 2020 and September 2021. Federal officials say Brown and her daughters then spent the money on personal expenses, including a lavish birthday party. Mary Hawkins is live outside the government.
Damn, she can get it. On the right, how you doing? Check her out, man. Let's go.
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can suck start a leaf blower.
From Center, Mary Councilwoman Brown held a news conference in the last few hours. What can you tell us about that?
Naya, Councilwoman Brown says she is only responsible for obtaining one loan totaling $20,833, which she claims to have paid off in full as soon as she was made aware of the investigation. Now, during that news conference earlier this morning, Brown was asked if the remaining money was her daughter's responsibility, and she said she will not speak on anyone else's behalf. Now, Brown, who represents District 3 on Charlotte City Council since 2023, says a third party filled out the loan application on her behalf.
Yeah, right.
Oh, come on.
Look at that.
Confirmed the money was for her business, TC Collections, a women's clothing company that mainly focuses on swimwear. WBTV could not find any Facebook or Instagram post about any new sales or merchandise since February 2021.
Cooked.
We also could not find any state or local records registering the business as a company in the state of North Carolina. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office press release, Brown used money for a number of expenses not related to a business, including spending $15,000 on her birthday party. The party included a horse-drawn carriage and a rented throne, according to that press release. It goes on to say the
$15,000 on a birthday party. Yes.
Streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get the money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got.
$15,000 came out.
All right, AJ, how much you want to bet that, if she's interviewed about it, how much you want to bet she's going to blame racism?
Yeah, of course.
All right, it's easy money, right?
Yep.
She's going to blame racism.
Always.
Out of Brown's nonprofit's bank account, which contained the PPP loan. Brown also started a nonprofit called Beauty After the Bars. IRS records show the company as a registered nonprofit, but had its status revoked in 2020 for not filing the necessary forms. The nonprofit status was reinstated by the IRS in 2023. Now, when asked in today's news conference if she spent the funds on a birthday party, Brown did not answer the question and responded saying, quote, "I paid it back." She would also not comment on whether the money was spent on payroll. Brown says this is a political attack against her as she plans to run for re-election.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's look at the update here, right? Hold on. And guys, hit the like button, please. Here you go.
Charlotte City Council member Tijuana Brown says she is guilty of conspiracy to commit wire fraud.
Look at that. She pled guilty. Cooked.
So, all right. So it was a plea deal for wire fraud.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Okay. I'm not a lawyer, but for some reason it doesn't sound right.
Wire fraud. They're wiring you funds, and you're telling them to do it in a fraudulent way.
You're misrepresenting how you're applying for loan.
Yes,
I see.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
That's why it seems. But remember, like, you can wire someone money, Western Union. If you lie to them to get them to wire you the money, that's a crime. Make sense?
Right. No. Yeah. That makes sense. Like I said, I'm not a lawyer, so
yeah.
A federal judge in court this morning. Her sentencing will not include prison time.
Too.
Queen City News anchor Will Lewis was in the courtroom and has more about the plea agreement process.
In May of 2025, the federal government indicted former Charlotte City Council member Tijuana Brown on a charge of wire fraud conspiracy. Now, 9 months later, Brown, sitting in a courtroom, tells a judge she's guilty under a plea agreement. Brown didn't say anything as she walked into the federal courthouse before pleading guilty. It's alleged that Brown and two other defendants obtained over $100,000 in COVID relief funds from April 2020 through September of 2021. Prosecutors say $15,000 of the money was used to fund a birthday party for Tijuana Brown. It's a charge that carries a maximum penalty of 20 years in prison, a $250,000 fine, and 3 years of supervised release.
Damn.
Last week, Brown told Queen City News she has a plea agreement with the U.S. government that doesn't include jail time.
Hope that birthday party was worth it.
But the expectation is that you're working on some deal, especially if I have a case where it's not a winnable one. I can't go to trial and beat this. Now our only aspect is, can I get a deal? And so they walk in with the expectation that what does a deal look like? Hopefully it's a deal that we don't do any active time.
Look at the size of this dude's head.
I know.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
And then we'll reimburse any money.
Before a sentence is
It's like a
handed down,
Shaq shoe.
Brown needs to meet with the federal.
All he needs is,
Especially if
the big red mustache. And he's Dr. Robotnik. You know what I'm saying?
Before a sentence is handed down, Brown needs to meet with the federal probation office to create a report to go along with the plea agreement.
the DA has already asked for her to be in a specific range. Federal system has structured sentencing, so she will be in that range if the judge agrees to it. So that report will help the judge agree to what they're asking to get.
As of now, no sentencing date has been set.
They're going to axe, huh?
Now let's go to Oakland here, right?
And AJ.
This was a big deal, guys. This Mayor Tao, she or whatever her name is, guys, she ruined Oakland. She ruined it almost single-handedly, right? And of course, all these idiots voted BLM and all this crap to defund the police, and she is a Asian woman of color and all this other crap, and basically the entire city got cooked. Who's saying something?
Actually, and AJ. Yeah, and since we're talking about wire fraud, I have a confession to make. That $1,000 you sent me through Cash App, it wasn't for a business opportunity. Snowboard and I went to Magic City, so I want to come clean.
Hey. Well, that's how you know you.
That's a sound investment right there.
Cash apping anyone $1,000. I ain't cash apping my mama $1,000. Yeah, got me messed up, man. If there's one thing, guys, here. Let's get.
Could you cash at me 1,000 cents?
No, guys. Seriously, hold on, guys. No, hold on, guys. Guys, this might sound bad. Guys, friends and family, don't lend. If you're gonna give them money, guys, first of all, don't lend them money. Just basically think that you're giving it away. All right, guys, letting people who you think are your friends or close to you borrow money is one of the surest way to end that friendship or that relationship.
100%.
Absolutely,
that's one of the worst things that you can do. Keep going, guys.
Now, on principle, I hate debt. I absolutely loathe debt. So pretty much, I do my best to avoid being put into a situation where I owe somebody money. But on the flip side, I also don't like it when people owe me, because now I have to focus parts of my like mental real estate into when I'm getting that money back. It's just too much of a freaking headache. I hate debt.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's true.
It has nothing to do with like the 20 large I had to borrow from Jimmy Two Thumbs. No.
from Stevie the Kneecap.
Yeah, Bobby the Backbreaker. Never heard of him.
What was that on Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels? They named the guy John the Baptist because he drowned.
John the Baptist. Yeah, because he used to dunk people's heads in buckets of water.
Back in January, and already proponents say they are confident. Good recall, Mayor Sheng Tao started back in January, and already proponents say they are confident. Good evening on this Saturday. I'm Christina Rendon. Today, a group leading the recall effort held a rally in Oakland. New at 10, KTVU's Tom Vakar was at that gathering. And Tom, how far along are these organizers?
Much farther than I think anybody realizes. It surprised me. Using a shuttered business for their stage, recallers say, in fact, they are succeeding. Saturday afternoon saw yet another rally to recall Oakland Mayor Sheng Tao in what was once Restaurant Le Cheval, closed in part due to street crime.
She didn't inherit all of these problems. She caused a number of problems.
Retired Alameda Superior Court Judge Brenda Harbin Forte heads the recall petition.
People who say give her more time to do what? She has ruined our city.
Yeah. A recall is possible due to Oakland's ongoing bouts with brash criminal activity, missing a deadline to secure $15 million in state funding to combat retail crime, the recent spate of Hagenberger businesses closures, as well as the continuing failure to appoint a permanent police chief.
Look at the potholes, look at the homelessness, look at the jobs, look at the businesses that are leaving Oakland.
There you go, guys. Right? You elect the 304, and this is what you get.
Hey, AJ. Yeah, so I did send you a meme in the chat to help explain why we're constantly getting into this mess.
Here we go. Let's
as double HE hockey sticks.
Those wanting to dump the mayor must get at least 10% of Oakland's registered voters to sign a recall petition. 25,000 of them by July.
Look at that, guys. They're marching in the streets.
Hey, what?
There you go.
No, yep.
Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but women voters? Welcome to planet Mars. I'll be over in my spaceship.
Hey, it works, right?
That's pretty hilarious.
Looks like they'll beat that deadline by months.
12,500 people plus who have signed already to recall Mayor Shane.
Yeah. A rainbow of recallers said if the recall gets on the November ballot and if it passes, Tao will be gone.
We are not getting the services that we deserve throughout. And this crime is spreading.
We know that the voters made a mistake by voting for Sheng Tao, but as you can see with the signatures that we have collected, they are willing to correct their mistake.
She either resign or get recalled. Because because she's not doing her job. And
So, guys, why did you vote for her in the first place? I guarantee everyone here voted for her.
It's two questions. It's two questions. Okay, what's the skin color, and what are they packing betwixt their legs? Sure. That is like the that's how some of these morons get elected, because that ends up becoming the biggest concern. Like, okay, what what type of ethnicity hasn't had a position of political power in this city, and what genderisms hasn't been put in a political office of significant power? Okay, all right, so she ticks both boxes. Okay, I don't need to know her policies. I already know she's a good person based on those two things. That's what it boils down to.
Who she beat in the mayoral race. Hold on. So she was on the city council. I'll have to look at it. But guys, here we go.
Federal prosecutors about to lift the curtain on a major investigation. The Chronicle now reporting that recalled Oakland Mayor Sheng Tao has been indicted by a federal grand jury.
Look at that, guys.
Good evening. I'm Ryan Yamamoto. You may remember back in June, the FBI raided Tao's home that she shares with her partner. Agents also swarmed several other properties connected to a prominent Oakland family. Our Lauren Tons has been digging into this latest development.
Yeah, Ryan. Well, FBI and U.S. attorneys' offices not commenting or confirming the indictment, but we do know that the FBI has scheduled a news conference to announce the results of a major law enforcement action, which may finally reveal some answers in a corruption investigation that's entangled several Oakland power players. 7 months after FBI agents descended on the Oakland home of then Mayor Sheng Tao in an early morning raid, a report that she's been criminally indicted by a grand jury. Criminal attorney Randall Knox says an indictment suggests the charges could be severe.
What immediately goes through my head is that somebody's in trouble. I'm not the presumed innocent, but
did it take a law degree to figure that out, guys?
Federal prosecutors and the FBI generally don't indict somebody unless they think they have sufficient evidence, and usually they have cooperators.
Tao did not respond to our request for comment. She has repeatedly said she has done nothing wrong and told CBS News Bay Area back in July she was not the target of the FBI's investigation.
I have done nothing wrong, and I expect that there will be an opportunity for us to say more, but not at this time. I'm also fully cooperating with the investigation, and I look forward to the opportunity to vindicate myself.
I highly doubt that.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
June, the FBI seized phones belonging to Tao and her partner, Andre Jones. They also raided 3 properties linked to the politically influential Duong family and their company, California Waste Solutions, which holds Oakland's curbside recycling contract.
Yeah.
We've reached out to the Duongs and have not yet heard back. While the FBI has
Sopranos?
not released any details on
Duongs?
the scope of its investigation,
They're in
a
waste
federal
management,
grand jury
yeah.
issued a subpoena requesting documents related to Sheng Tao's mayoral campaign, as well as communications related to Andre Jones. Tao has denied Jones had any role in her administration.
The standard to indict somebody is relatively low. It doesn't require that you prove that they are probably guilty or they're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. It only requires that you prove that there's probable cause to believe.
Now, there hasn't really been an update on this yet, but speaking of that, check this out. This. I have the newest one on this dunderhead right here.
Following some breaking news, Justin, our team is in place, and here's what we're following. At this hour in downtown New Orleans, a federal indictment is being read in federal court against New Orleans Mayor Cantrell and her former bodyguard, NOPD officer Jeffrey Vappy. So we're working to get more details. Meg Gatto, John Snell, our legal analyst Joe Responti joining us. So what does this mean when you get an indictment? It basically means a grand jury has seen evidence presented by federal prosecutors, and based on what they saw, they believe a crime has been committed. And this is not the first time we've seen these 2 high-profile names, guys.
And I think the interesting thing here is that it's mentioning Joe Responti, both the mayor and Jeffrey Vappy, which I don't want to get ahead of what we know, but that raises the possibility of perhaps a superseding indictment since he had already been indicted.
Right. If Jeffrey Vappy is getting new counts against him, it is most probably what's known as a superseding indictment, which will follow his original indictment to that section of court. And if she is a co-defendant with him, it's all going the same.
So basically, she was banging her bodyguard, and they were using taxpayers' money to fly around and do stuff. Here you go. This is shorter.
Nearly a month after a grand jury indicted Mayor Cantrell,
it's a violation of innumerable federal criminal laws.
She's expected to make her first court appearance Wednesday for her arraignment. Cantrell is facing several charges, including conspiracy to commit wire fraud, obstruction of justice, false statements, and more. The charges allege she and her former bodyguard, Jeffrey Vappy, tried to defraud the city, engaging in personal activities while Vappy was on the clock. They allegedly cost the city $70,000 in trips.
Well, good morning.
She's made very few public appearances since the charges were announced. I asked to see the mayor's schedule, which is a public record under the law, but I was told no. The law says, quote, if the public record applied for is immediately available because of its not being in active use at the time of the application, the public record shall be immediately presented to the authorized person applying for it. I was told by the mayor's team they would have to speak with the law department. After following up, I was told I needed to submit a public records request. While she tries to evade public view, the courtroom will soon demand answers. Loyola law professor Dane Ciolino says Wednesday is routine. He says after the indictment is read, Mayor Cantrell will have her first chance to respond in court.
For Mayor Cantrell then to issue.
Cooked. And we're going to elect a black woman and she's going to do the city right. Yeah, please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Absolutely
so brave.
Insane. Guys, here, since Anonymous is here, guys, here, check this out.
Hey, AJ, I got to get going. You have a great night.
I appreciate you. Listen, guys. Average wait times by specialists in Canada. Neurosurgery.
Oh, my God.
49.9 weeks. Can anyone say this?
This is what this is what people don't tell you about this quote unquote socialized wealth. I mean, healthcare or free healthcare.
It's not even free.
Yeah. Yep. Otolaryngology, 43.8 weeks. Plastic surgery, 40.5 weeks. Gynecology, 40.6 weeks.
I wonder how long
surgery.
assisted dying's wait time is.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, 0.
I was going to say, in the gynecology, Seagrip will see him next Wednesday.
Yeah, baby.
Look at this. So, guys, look. Someone says.
Just remember, guys, the phrase that you're supposed to use is, "I'm not a gynecologist, but I'll take a look."
Hold on.
Yeah.
Look at this, guys. The highest spender among universal healthcare countries ranks modest to poor on performance. Someone has said that they were considering doing like some type of human rights state of emergency in Canada because of the healthcare. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Look
it's
at
up there.
Look at this. Deaths in Canada.
Now, isn't Canada also doing government-funded euthanasia for humans?
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Look at this.
Yeah, what's it called? MAID?
Medical assistance in dying.
Yeah. Look at this. So Florida has one of the worst. 31 days, doctor was it? 41 days for OBGYN, 40 for gastroenterology. Look at this. Look at that, guys. Average wait times. Someone says, I'm in Northern Ontario. I got a call from the pain clinic that referred to as a 4-year wait to see a doctor. 4 years.
Wait a second. I thought all these people come into Canada and the UK and places like that. I thought we were all getting doctors. What's going on?
Damn.
Yeah, I thought everything was free up in Canada, and that it was a massive, just happy utopia. I thought that's why all of you Canucks are supposed to be friendly.
We literally accepted 1 million people in Canada last year, and it's just guys, like who?
Guys, hold on.
You think it's not gonna have a problem?
This guy says he had a torn labrum, couldn't raise his arm, no working out, no sports, couldn't lift groceries, year-long wait just for an appointment. Sold a stock, had a profit, went to the U.S., consult, MRIs, surgery done in 3 weeks, $16,000. Look at that.
Yeah.
Someone says it's so true. No one in Canada goes bankrupt over medical bills. They just suffer for months and die for lack of treatment.
True.
Oh, look. Did you know Canada is the world's leader in organ donation following MAID? Yo, not even China beats you guys. Whoa, look at that. Wow. Look at this, guys.
This is just terrifying.
Yeah, no, it's horrible. It's absolutely freaking horrible.
How can New Brunswick be number one? Like that's like nobody lives there.
Yeah, that's why it's so long. There's not a lot of doctors there. So they have the longest wait.
I mean, I live in British Columbia, so I'm like towards the bottom, but there you go.
So I had a really bad medical emergency over a year ago. I had a really bad fall, and the tendon that connects your quadricep to your knee, I ripped it completely off the bone. And so I literally couldn't move my leg below my knee. And
you did a patella tendon tear?
Oh, I can't. I don't know. I don't know what the technical term was.
It's the biggest one in your body, right? And they had to slice your knee open. They did. Yeah. They didn't fix it. Yeah, that's the patella tendon. Yeah, I did the same thing.
And
it sucks.
And literally,
it sucks.
And yeah, it did. And literally, I called an orthopedic surgeon on Monday, and I had my surgery on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And just good insurance and PPO. So no, I would literally have died if I was in Canada, because I literally could not move my leg. I could not move my leg at all. I literally, like, even just getting in and out of bed, I had to use my other foot to support under my other foot to move it around.
Yeah, it's bad. Guys, I blew mine out on Friday. I had an appointment. I went to the ER and I was in the ER for like 14 hours, but had an appointment to see the doctor Tuesday and then had the surgery Friday. So yeah, they had me in quick. Now, guys, we all know two of the biggest joke comedians of all time, Ilhan Omar and AOC. I mean, guys, they honestly think that this knucklehead here is going to run for president.
Have you ever watched
You know what I'm saying?
Congress and thought to yourself, how did American politics get this chaotic? 1 minute, it's a routine vote inside the House of Representatives. The next minute, lawmakers are shouting across the chamber, accusing each other of racism, Islamophobia.
I want to see them fighting like in Eastern Europe and stuff. You guys see that? They'll be straight up throwing punches and kicks, and and in some Central American countries too, and Asian ones. You know,
what's she going to kick like a mule?
Like the country is on the verge of collapse. That's exactly what happened when Ilhan Omar was voted off.
Who was saying something?
It used to be common for there to be fist fights in the gallery, and when Congress was in session before the 1900s. And then just remember what happened to Charles Sumner.
Yeah.
Did someone blow him away?
No, somebody beat his ass with a cane. It was another senator, and what was the follow-up to that was people were sending that other senator canes.
That's awesome. That's like, oh man.
We're talking those old mahogany walking sticks. That's what he beat him with.
Well, did you ever watch The Sopranos, Korg?
Yeah.
Do you remember when Tony's cousin shot Phil Leotardo's brother? You remember? And then Phil sees Benny and he drags him out of the Camaro and he's beating him with his cane and he puts him in the hospital. Those old canes are no joke. You know what I'm saying? Like what Korg said. Those things are solid, man. If you take one, you swing it like a bat, and it's really thin at the top, man, you can really, really, really mess somebody up. So
that's a lot of damage.
The House Foreign Affairs Committee. What should have been a procedural vote turned into one
fair use, by the way, YouTube.
of the loudest political meltdowns on Capitol Hill.
Everybody's screaming, everyone's crying. So what's the occasion? Well, Congresswoman Omar got voted off the Foreign Affairs Committee.
The question is on adoption of the resolution. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those in favor say no. No. It's the opinion of it's the opinion of the chair.
The ayes
that
have it.
Ayes have it, and the resolution is agreed to. And without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
Does that remind you of anything? McCarthy yanked Omar off Foreign Affairs to pay back Pelosi for yanking his people off committees. He didn't want.
Here you go.
Freaking Pelosi.
Critics are also asking why Congresswoman Ilhan Omar's husband reportedly purged key officer official details from his $25 million venture capital firm's website. Now, this move comes amid growing questions about the couple's wealth and possible connection to the welfare fraud. According to her latest financial disclosure in May, the couple's net worth surged 3,500% in just 1 year. It estimates now putting it anywhere from $6 million to $30 million.
Nothing to see here, guys. There's nothing to see.
Hey guys, and then of course,
did they make that money selling Qurans?
Yeah, And then we all know this, right?
Just want to get you now to a major story unfolding. This one involves a man who was killed by Dallas police earlier this week outside of Children's Medical Center. Sources say the man who was fatally shot by SWAT actually ran a business placing law enforcement officers in off-duty jobs, and apparently he was also part of the security detail for Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett.
It's all the same usual suspects, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Our JD Miles tonight investigating how he apparently, using aliases, was able to become such a prominent figure in the public safety community.
To North Texas law enforcement officers and U.S. Capitol Police, he was known as Mike King, but sources tell us that's not the name of the man shot and killed by Dallas police on Wednesday night during an investigation into his alleged double life as a suspected criminal, also working as a security officer for a local U.S. Congresswoman. These images of Mike King standing close to Congresswoman.
Of course.
Well. Jasmine Crockett shows how trusted he was.
Guys, hit the like button, guys. I appreciate that. Hit the super chat button if you like the content. I really appreciate that. Guys, I'll be on vacation this week, so I will have a live stream at 5 tomorrow. The rest of the week, I'm not quite sure. If I do them, they'll probably be like an hour. So I'll let you guys know in the Discord first, and then also on the community tab. So I'll let you guys know.
Was as part of her security detail while she's been in office and while on the campaign trail during her recent run for a U.S. Senate seat. Multiple law enforcement sources say King was the man shot and killed after a standoff with Dallas police SWAT officers on Wednesday night. Police say he was chased into a hospital parking garage where he barricaded himself inside a vehicle before he was forced out by tear gas and pulled a gun on officers. Sources say he was wanted for impersonating a law enforcement officer. Sources say he claimed to be one while operating a business called Off-Duty Police Services, an online platform to connect North Texas law enforcement officers with off-duty jobs. Authorities have yet to reveal King's real name, but sources also tell us King oversaw a team of security officers at several downtown Dallas hotels and at his own church. Sources say King drove a replica undercover law enforcement vehicle with license plates stolen from vehicles outside military offices. His background, which sources say includes a criminal history, raises serious questions about how he was able to oversee extra jobs for police officers, as well as obtain such a high-level security position for a sitting member of Congress. Documents obtained by CBS News Texas show a person named Mike King receiving payments for security services from Crockett as recently as last year. We have contact.
What a joke.
Well, it's all DEI, isn't it? I mean, that's how he got the job. I mean,
and guys, you remember that she got smoked.
It's a glimpse at the future of the Democratic Party. If you've been watching any left-wing media of late, you have probably noticed that they were excited about both of the major candidates who ran in the primary to be the Democrats' nominee for Senate in Texas. James Tallarico, a Texas state rep who is a Christian minister in training, faced off against Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, who, as viewers of this show know, is well known for making some of the wildest claims of anyone in the Democratic Party and also appears.
Guys, one of the things about Jasmine Crockett that's so hilarious. Jasmine Crockett, she was raised in the suburbs. 2 parents, went to private school. So when she speaks regularly, she speaks like I do. Hi, I'm Jasmine Crockett. But when she got on the national stage, all of a sudden, she felt like she had to, no good, right? She is put on this friggin' persona.
Streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got.
And it's so fake.
Yeah. Well, she became.
Hold on. Guys, Jasmine Crockett doing this is the same as you guys know Russell Wilson from the Seahawks, right? The quarterback.
I think I've seen this guy.
Anyone? Russell Wilson, the biggest simp there is. He married Sierra. So Russell Wilson, He's a suburbs guy. He just is, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. He's from like Wisconsin. Hey guys, I'm Russell Wilson. Golly gee willikers. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how I am. I'm not a hood dude. I'm not. Because you won't catch me trying to be a hood guy. It's corny. I'm not going, hey, what's up? No, I'm saying, not me. That's not how it works. Russell Wilson wants so hard to be this hood dude. It's like, that's not you, man. It's forced. It's corny. You're a simp and you're a moron. And that's how Jasmine Crockett is. And she's full of it, obviously, you know?
Yeah,
it's just so
Jasmine.
Good.
Yeah. When I think of Jasmine Crockett, I think of 8 Miles, where he's like, Clarence, lives at home with both parents. They have a really good marriage, went to a private school. So she reminds me of that. So every time I think of that, I think of 8 Miles.
Yeah.
It's for the record, it's 8 Mile.
8 Mile. My bad.
Yeah. No, like there's a certain amount of pride to Southeast Michigan. So,
Yeah, but
AJ,
yeah, because 8 Miles all they have. That movie's pretty much all they have right now in Detroit. Because oh boy, Detroit sucks. Well, the Lions are doing good. So, Colin, you were saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say, but AJ, why you all Uncle Tommy shit, dog? Why? Well, you think you better than the Hood Ninja? Come on, what?
I'm telling you, guys, that's the best part about watching Jesse Lee Peterson, right? Because, guys, once again, I remember back when I was younger, it used to bother me till I was like 25, 26, But you look at someone like a Jesse Lee Peterson. People, especially black people, call him every name in the book. It just doesn't faze them. They do that to get a rise out of you guys. It just doesn't. Never here. Everyone who's ever said the old AJ, you talk white and act white, you're a sellout. I can buy them and sell them for 45% off. You know what I'm saying? They're bums. They're losers. Because what kind of person? First of all, stereotypes. Anyone, if you're black and you like country music or you like Star Trek, oh well. If you're white and you like rap music, oh well, this is who you are. You know what I'm saying? So, who was saying something?
I just wanted to piggyback. When you were called an Uncle Tom, reminds
guys,
me.
Let's not say that term, please.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. That's fine, but just don't say it anymore.
No, done and done. But no. So it reminds me of a headline from this was a while back ago, back when going back to California when they were trying to recall Gavin Newsom, and one of the front runners, I believe, was Larry Allen, who was a dude who grew up in Compton. Larry Elder, thank you. Yeah, you remember you remember the headline, the headline that they gave him. Like, this was, please correct me if I'm not allowed to say this, but they called him the black face of white supremacy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like, how is that supposed to work?
Yeah, I don't understand it. Us blacks, we stereotype ourselves worse than anyone else does. Oh, black people don't ski, don't snowboard, don't listen to metal. It's like, what are you talking about? So
who has her staff
we
carry
actually
her back
have culture.
Yeah,
that was the
around
big
for
one.
her, carry her little pillow around for her, stuffing it behind her back so she's seated just so while she's on the Hill, acting like she's there as Queen Elizabeth as opposed to a duly elected House representative. Also, somebody who goes from sounding like a normal American from Texas when she gives her interviews when she first gets elected to someone who sounds like she's from the street when she's in front of a certain camera set.
I love it when they do that.
There's absolutely nothing genuine about this person.
Remember back when Hillary was running and she was going on all the black podcasts and she was trying to sound like she was from the South.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, y'all. I carry me a bottle of hot sauce everywhere I go.
Me and my husband Bill, we be eating that watermelon in the Arkansas backyard. You know what I mean?
We love the fried chicken and the grits.
all I know.
Kamala Harris too. Yeah.
Oh God, that was great when she did it.
All I know is Megyn Kelly just made me feel something strange in my pants. Just
Secret, get some help, man.
Oh, she just turned me on right there. I gotta watch this again.
It turns out Texans knew it. For the folks on MS Now, you're thinking about these two, Tallarico and Jasmine Crockett. Well, they could not decide who they loved more. Watch.
Especially by Crockett and Tallarico. They're two of the most effective communicators in the entire Democratic Party right now. Yeah, when we were seeing the leaderboard there.
Now, you've been had, you've been took, you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Come on.
So you see them on your screen right now. They look like a great pair of running mates. You know what I mean? Can one of you just be vice senator? Can we do that?
Who would actually watch that for entertainment? I mean, truly, like, who is sitting down at night after a hard day at the office saying, I want to spend time with Nicole Wallace and Rachel Maddow? Like, I would have a lobotomy.
Oh man, like I have no idea how people can sit down and like make time for Rachel Maddow. That's like being excited to go see a Sean Penn movie.
Now, guys, here, this is why we're on.
Yeah, and the strange feeling in my pants is just going away. That
there you go.
You know, I like to keep. You know, I like to keep a duel, and that is one duel I just can't.
Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? He was talking about Knucklehead Harris and how she's like, I might have to run again in 2028 because of what happened last time. What was a fluke? Shut up, Kamala Harris. What are you talking about? Here.
Look,
I'll be right back.
I hope she does. I hope she does.
Here you go, guys. This is why we're here, guys.
6:08 this morning and to decision 2026.
This is why we're here, because she's back. The super mayor is back.
Mayor Tiffany Henyard is attempting 6:08 this morning and to decision 2026. Former Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard is attempting to restart her political career, but not here in Illinois. According to the Sun-Times, she's running for a seat on the Fulton County Board of Commissioners in the Georgia primary election. Henyard lost a re-election campaign for Dalton Mayor last year after facing an investigation into her conduct in office. Henyard earned just 12% of the vote.
Tiffany Tahoe is back. This woman clearly lost her mind and can't read the room to save her life. First, gotta shout out our brother Creed. Creed, you're the sponsor of this video because y'all been asking for me to dig this lady up, and I really don't like digging through dirt, especially looking for bones. Tiffany Henyard, the woman I named the City Girl Mayor, aka Tiffany Teflon Tahoe, or Tiffany Tahoe, whatever name I gave her.
If you guys don't follow Pink Book Lessons, guys, she's the best. And these B-dubs have been coming for her forever. They've been trying to dox her. They've been trying to do all types of stuff, and they just can't do it.
You remember her as? She was the mayor of Town, Illinois, in Cook County, and the supervisor of Thorne Township, Illinois, destroying both of these local governments. And Dalton alone going from millions of surplus to millions in debt, causing a whole bunch of drama while doing it. Straight up running the town like a reality show. Before I popularized this story, no one was talking about Tiffany outside of Cook County. She was running around being the biggest bully in town, destroying employees and residents. But once I broke this story on YouTube and laid out my case, explaining who this woman was, what this woman was doing, and how problematic she was, everybody started talking about Tiffany Tahoe, and the City Girl Mayor was everywhere. Her horrible, nasty, narcissistic behavior was on full display. She ruined men. She ruined women and children in Dalton, and she was exposed for the world to see. A couple of years later, Tiffany was voted out of office. She lost both of her positions at the same time. Also, there's still an active federal investigation on this woman. Her co-defendants already took pleas, and they're cooperating with the feds. But Tiffany is still running around, thumbing her nose at everybody, trying to find a way to get back in office and get some money. So what is she doing now? Well, Tiffany Tahoe fled Illinois. Now she's in Georgia, running for county commissioner in Atlanta, Fulton County. Take a look.
A controversial politician from up north has relocated to
Oh my God.
Here we go.
Metro Atlanta and now wants to serve on the Fulton County Commission. She's been considered a viral sensation. And Fox 5's Kevin Stewart is taking a look into this. Kevin joins us now live from Union City with a look at the candidate, Tiffany Henyard. Kevin?
Yeah, Tom, by anybody's standard, Henyard would be considered an interesting candidate, even though she's not.
You think? Guys, this is how gynocentric the news is. If this was a guy, they'd be using all types of expletives to describe him. You know what I'm saying?
From here.
Hold up,
She's had enough
AJ,
controversy.
am I reading this headline correctly? Is she running as MAGA?
Yes. Yes.
How? Oh my God, she like back in Illinois, she was running on the progressive ticket.
Yeah.
Like
That's crazy, right?
Oh my God, it's like, you know, I'm sorry, if you put perfume on a pig, she's still a freaking pig.
Over the recent years.
Put a weave on a pig. Oh.
Horsehair, only the best.
Years that you may be familiar with her already.
This is Super Mayor Tiffany A. Henyard, the people's mayor.
This is the lone GOP candidate for South Fulton County on the Fulton County Commission. That's District 5.
I just wanted to make a video, show you guys what I am up to.
Down to earth, full of energy, and full of drama. Last year, Dalton, Illinois voters, a Chicago suburb,
But baby, they on to you.
voted Henyard out after several years of controversy focused on behavior and spending of taxpayer dollars, including a 2024 FBI corruption probe.
The BMWs, the Range Rovers. You guys are following fiction, a made-up story.
The probe has resulted in no charges.
No charges yet. Please believe the investigation is still active on this lady. And not only are they looking at everything she did in Illinois, now they're following her movement in Georgia, including that married man she was with. And speaking of Kamal Woods, did Tiffany Tahoe's boyfriend get that divorce yet from his wife?
Exactly.
I'm aware that there was an investigation.
Emory University political scientist Andra Gillespie points out that Henyard lost her seat in February of last year and quickly registered to vote here in Georgia.
She registered to vote here in Georgia on February 27th, would give her the qualifications in order to meet the letter of the law in terms of what the standard is.
So far, the Fulton County GOP isn't talking about Henyard's candidacy. Fulton County Commission District 5, which is the southern part of the county, is overwhelmingly Democratic. So as a Republican, Gillespie says Henyard has an uphill battle. But more than that, she says newcomer status. Her connection is a bigger issue that a Democrat will exploit.
And that's another thing. When did Tiffany Tahoe turn Republican? She was a Democrat all these years. I mean, she's been running around yelling fake news, copying off Trump, and said she was going to win her last elections, just like Trump beat Kamala in 2024.
So yes, Trump did win, and congratulations again. This is me saying it publicly to our new president of the United States. Just like Trump, I'm gonna come in on a landslide on both seats. Know that.
Oh God, AJ, are you familiar with Actual Justice Warrior?
Yeah.
He did a really good series on her. Like, I watched a lot of it, and like one of the big things is that like she was actually weaponizing the police against dissenters.
Yep. Yeah.
Like she was actually using cops to go after people who were trying to use the electoral system to get her out of power. Like she was using the cops to intimidate like her opponents.
Yeah, but look, you gotta remember, those are just allegations.
Allegations. Yeah. That's another thing. He
Alex, no. I thought it was Alexations.
No. She always says allegations. So it's hilarious.
Remember this moment when I landslide and come in for the victory, like I always do.
Who's cheering for her?
Like,
if she was running around talking about she was going.
She gets voted in, then they deserve whatever hell she brings with her. Like, people are very quick to forget. Like, she did a lot of really bad things in Illinois. She did a lot of bad things. And corruption is just part of it. And if she gets voted in on the federal, is this for state or federal?
I think she's going for city. It's a city. Was it something like a comptroller or something like that, where she'll be in charge of like the purse strings or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if they vote her in, they deserve whatever like malady she brings with her. They deserve it. It's because there are a lot of voters out there who are, for lack of a better term, they're freaking dumb, and they'll see, Republican, good. Democrat, good. They don't ask the questions. They don't do the research. They just vote based on the party line.
Yeah, but
that's one of the reasons why we're in this mess.
We're talking about Fulton County, dude.
That is true.
I don't think even she could make it any worse than Fulton County already.
Yeah. It's bad down there. That's a good point. Oh my God, Letitia James.
Yeah,
I think that's who it was.
Guys, here's the thing about this is this, right? Okay, all right. Because getting back to the actual topic of the video, we've seen all these 304s, right? They get elected and they ruin things. And if you look at the woke narrative, let's just say every time a woman gets elected, she has to work 10 times harder, right? Let's just say that's true. Wouldn't you cross your T's and dot your I's, right? Wouldn't you actually try and do the best job that you could, knowing that you're on a microscope, right? But look at the New Orleans mayor, the Oakland mayor, Lori Lightfoot, this chick, that one mayor who banged her son's friend. All these are women who, like I said, all these council women who we cover that are getting DUIs and or all these principals and student board members embezzling money. So you would think that if things were so bad and we're in such a sexist country that hates women, right? Wouldn't they cross their T's and dot their I's and be squeaky clean?
Yeah, and like
we're oppressed in the the women are so oppressed in the United States. They can run for office, embezzle millions, and get a slap on the wrist. Oh, that's so oppressed, right?
Oh yeah. Well, and the funny, this is one thing that I think of. It's like if we were truly an oppressive society and men truly hated women, then there would be a lot more repercussions for how these women act solely because they were women. There would be a lot of oppression, and there would be like a lot of
someone says stop electing. Some dunderhead says stop electing unqualified white men just because they're white. Hey, Lady D Flows. So there's a StreamYard link that's at the top. You should call in, right? And defend this position. Guys, it's a numbers game, right? Think of this. White males tend to be the majority of powerful positions, high earning positions, high earning degrees. Therefore, there's a larger pool of them who qualify for that position based on numbers of population, period, and numbers in those jobs. If let's just say that I have an engineering firm, right? The majority of engineering students are men, right? So if I'm going to do equal men and women and employees by the numbers, I'm going to have less qualified women because there's less women, period. There's less qualified women, period, than there are less qualified men. So I'd have to hire unqualified women to meet that quota. I'd have to hire more. If I was going to have, remember, us blacks, we're 13.5% of the population, right? 13.5%. If I was hiring all men, white men are what, 31% of the population? So if I take black men who are 6.5% and white men who are 30%, there's going to be more qualified white men than black men. So equal representation is going to hurt my company. There's people out there, guys, who want to see equal representation of of blacks and whites on campuses. We're only 13% of the population.
Every single young black person would have to go to school in the country. I was going to say every single black young person would have to go to university.
But it still wouldn't work. Whites are still, almost 70% of the population. There's not enough minorities for there to be equal representation. There's just not. And by saying, that we're going to go to the tippity top, there's a higher chance of you elevating someone who's not qualified if you're pulling from a smaller population. That's just how the numbers work.
Yeah,
2 plus 2 is 4.
The quality is going to be less on the candidate that you promote or hire or whatever, right?
And here's the thing: if you do have an exhaustive system to actually show that they got there through meritocracy, fine. There's no issue. There are blacks, Hispanics, Asians, obviously Asians, who could outwork whites, Nigerians, Asians. They earn more than whites do. That's how it works because they work harder in general, right? But do you guys know who does the biggest disservice from DEI? From hiring B-dubs is the people who they put in positions that they don't qualify for, or get into schools that they don't qualify for.
Well, they flunk out.
Yeah, or they change their major to something useless. So let's just say that I'm black. Well, I am black, right? But let's just say that I want to be an engineer, and I go to Harvard. Well, I'm not in that top 2 percentile that can make it there. I would do better at a state school or maybe at Stanford or whatever, but they put me to Harvard. So instead of being a Harvard engineer, I'm going to switch to English. I'm going to switch to sociology so that I can not fail out of school. So you have a...
Yeah. There are a lot of majors in universities that all you got to do is just show up to class. That's it. Maybe you have to take make an exam, do an exam or something like that. But there are far too many majors like that. You have to try really, really hard to fail.
Yeah. Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And I mean, this was before gender studies. Yeah. I mean, gender studies was just that on steroids. Like, I think, if you have a gender studies degree, you don't even need to show up to class.
Yep. It's crazy. But yeah, what is it? Communications, criminal justice, sociology, waste of time. Hit the like button, guys. Appreciate that. So yeah. Guys, anyone who wants some smoke, anyone who wants to disagree, anyone who thinks this is the fault of the evil white men, call in. State your case. I can't promise we'll be nice.
Well, I don't understand this mentality that people have, and it's just like, guys, I want people who are qualified to be as educated as they possibly can. I don't care what their race is.
Yeah,
because I'm like, I want more doctors.
Did you guys see that that one meme, and it has like all these chicks staring at like the Little Mermaid, and they're all mad. They're like, we want representation because we're black and Hispanic, and I want to see me on the screen. And then it shows all these guys like seeing Goku, like, yeah, we don't need representation. We're inspired by any person, by any man. When I was young, guys, Rocky, Apollo Creed, Arnold and Commando. Men don't need to see a man who looks like us to be inspired by him.
Yeah.
That's a woman thing.
No, I was into young Will Smith when I was a kid. I loved Will Smith when he was in Fresh Prince and everything like that.
Yeah,
big inspiration. Loved him.
This is a question that I've when I entered into this circle, when I entered into this niche, I started asking people questions, mostly males my age. Like, you're talking about millennials, I'd even ask Gen X this. It's like, AJ, did you have a favorite professional wrestler?
I would say In the new age, it was the $1 million man, and then the Attitude Era, it has to be DX. It has to be Shawn Michaels, like the OG DX. Shawn Michaels, Triple China. Stone Cold obviously is up there for me, but the OG DX run, that 13 months, what was the greatest wrestling in history.
Oh yeah,
and you have The Rock too, but yeah.
Yes, I'd ask people this, and they would be able to answer like right away, like no problem. Yeah. It's like you ask them because you brought it up yourself with like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Stallone, and all of the, like everybody had some type of icon that they looked up to, whether it was Mr. T, Bruce Lee, whoever. You ask people now, they won't be able to give you an answer because there is nobody. It's like, how hard did they try to make Pedro Pascal a masculinity icon? They got nobody. Like freaking Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure that one out.
Well, you just made me think of how old I am, because I was thinking Ric Flair and Rodney Piper.
Oh, woo!
But yeah,
I loved Piper. Piper was awesome.
But I like the $1 million man because he just said, "Screw it, I'm gonna make my own belt and have the $1 million championship. Let's go, dude."
Days, man.
Yeah, and then, but I think that the best all-around wrestler of all time has to be Ric Flair.
Ric Flair was awesome.
The mic skills, and then he was technical. He was a very technical grappler until he got in that plane crash and he broke his back. Like he survived a plane crash, so he had to change his wrestling style.
Oh yeah, like that. Even like during the WCW days when he started getting long in the tooth, that guy knew how to cut a promo.
Yeah,
he knew how to cut a promo.
WCW, yeah.
Trump. But no, I didn't get the memo that she went full MAGA all of a sudden. I guess she said by any means necessary.
I am known in the community, and this person is a newcomer yet who hasn't earned the trust to be able to, run credibly for this office.
All right, now a judge recently ruled that Henyard has to pay $10,000 in unpaid rent back in Illinois. We did try to reach out to the candidate, but so far have not heard back. We're live in Union City, Fulton County. Kevin Stewart, Fox 5 News.
All right, Kevin, thanks so much.
Reza is going to vote. Is going to vote for her, right, Reza? He's down there.
And I think that explains it all. Tiffany Tahoe is broke. She's not in a position anymore to finesse all that money out of taxpayers in Dalton and Thornton, so she found another local government to scam and hustle. At the same time, she's in debt and trying to get her bills paid. Recently, she was ordered to pay $10,000 to her old landlord in Illinois because she's so conniving. She was finessing all that money, but refused to pay this woman her rent. And then when anybody tried to hold her accountable, she said everybody should leave her alone because she's a black woman.
Whatever, I do what I want.
So yeah, she thought she couldn't be held accountable because she was a black woman, but she didn't care about the black women she harassed and destroyed in Dalton. Dozens of them. She sabotaged their businesses, got them fired, was a Tasmanian devil to all those black women, including the black woman who owned the property that she and her married boyfriend laid up at. They finessed all that money, but couldn't figure out how to get the rent check to this woman for living in her property. For those who don't remember the story, let me remind you, take a look.
Y'all know this is a smear campaign, right? Smear campaign.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
That's what they do to people that they cannot control, that they cannot get out the way.
In battle, Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard in a ramp.
Damn, she's kind of fine. Her forehead's kind of big, but I still smash. How you doing?
Facebook video nearly 90 minutes long. She posted that as she's facing more trouble.
She and her boyfriend are being evicted from the house they rent in Dalton. Together, the couple makes more than $300,000, according to public payroll records. But their landlord says they're not paying the rent. She talked with Dane Flacco.
Initially, I didn't want to go on camera, but right now I feel like I'm at wit's end. I have nowhere else to turn.
Janetta Hull says she considered Tiffany Henyard a friend and even did campaign work for the Dalton mayor and Thornton Township supervisor. But things changed in 2021 when she was about to rent out this 3-bedroom, 2-bath home she owns in Dalton to a family and got a late-night call from the mayor.
And she's like, "Hey, this is Mayor Henyard." And I'm like, "Hi." And then she's like, "I heard that you were renting your house. And I said, yeah. And I said, I have somebody that's moving in soon. And she says, no, they can't move in because I want it. And I'm like, excuse me?
Feeling pressured, Hull says she agreed to rent the house to Henyard and her boyfriend, Kamal Woods, who holds a 6-figure job at the township. Henyard signed the original lease, and on the line asking about her job.
You see here, she only put mayor for employment.
I'm sorry, I would have told her no. The property owner already had a family moving in. But the city girl mayor basically pushed her weight around to debo herself into this woman's house. And you see so cocky on the application, all she put was that she was a mayor instead of filling out the names of her employers.
What's a mayor?
That's because the truth is, when Tiffany had that job, she thought she was the employer. Yeah, she thought she didn't have to answer to anybody. The county prosecutor, Kim Fox, won't hold her accountable. She was too busy beating up her husband. Then the governor won't step in and do his job either. So that's why she thought she was Teflon tough and couldn't be touched. Up here writing mayor on an application she didn't deserve to have in the first place because another family had already secured a lease.
Look at that.
Henyard makes nearly $300,000 as mayor and township supervisor, but is the focus of an ongoing FBI investigation for extravagant spending, questionable contracts, and using tax dollars for personal gain. Hull says things started to unravel this summer when she was forced to raise the rent by $200 to $2,400 a month because her property taxes went up again.
So with that, I had to equate that into the rent. And Kamal said that he couldn't afford it.
She says Henyard and Woods refused to pay the extra rent in August, then stopped paying altogether.
Just janky. They couldn't pay the extra $200, but Kamal and Tiffany was out here riding around in $140,000 Tahoes, BMWs, and Range Rovers. She could buy all those wigs and all those clothes, but wouldn't pay to keep a roof over their heads. That's just pathetic. Sat their big grown behinds up there in that lady's house like that and refused to pay rent. So I guess she thought she could live there for free because she was a mayor? Once again, throwing her title around.
What a mess.
Did they pay for September?
No.
Did they pay for October?
No.
That's why you're trying to get them removed?
Yes.
Hull says not only are the couple thousands of dollars behind in rent, but they also changed the locks and garage door code, so she can't get inside.
If I push and go over there with the locksmith and try to change them back, I think that she's going to probably have me arrested.
So Hull went to court and filed an eviction lawsuit against Henyard and Woods. But Cook County sheriffs have tried and failed to serve that suit,
There you go.
both at the home and Village Hall.
And who did you vote for, right, guys? Well, guys,
Right
you know
on
what?
yourself.
Who wants to watch someone get tased?
Please tell me it's this mayor.
Get a palate cleanser.
I want this mayor to get tased. She's what an awful woman.
That'll cleanse the palate here. Hold on, where are we? Guys, anything else about this stupid about electing 304s? I mean, can anyone think of anything positive? Oh, guys, thanks for the cash apps, guys. Hold on, let's hit the super chat button, guys, please, and let's see where we are on likes. Guys, everyone stop and take a second. Hit the like button, please. I'd appreciate that. It's free, it's easy. 304 button. Guys, anything else on the don't elect 304s?
So we've all heard the saying, when someone tells you or show you who they are, believe them the first time. This is a woman who ran a municipality to the ground that were millions of dollars in a surplus till she took them to millions of dollars in deficit. This is a woman who, I'm just so sick and tired of us as regular people. I have more.
Hold on. Sorry. See, I'm so sorry. Guys, look. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Wait.
Siding with my.
Damn it. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Hold on. You guys know who this chick is? Hold on. Hold on. Okay.
So scared right now. I haven't lived alone in 10 years. I'm just really angry. I have a lot of resentments and I'm really scared. I'm scared that I'm going to go out on my own and then I'm going to fail.
This is the Family Court Chaos chick. She has one of the most popular courtroom YouTube channels. Oops.
So what does she like? Does she look at like courtroom drama stuff and then analyze
She
it?
like she finds it from other channels like county channels and then tells the whole story. This is her. Hold on. Sorry guys. Was it courtroom chaos? This is her. Wait, no, that isn't her. It's like I think it's like family court chaos. Family court chaos. This is her. So she actually does pretty well. You know what I'm saying? She hit 100,000 subs. She used to show her face more in her videos. Let's see. But she basically stitches these longer ones together. And I guess she used to be a 304 back in the day. See, this is her.
Today, we're diving back into the case of Ashley and Garrett and their 12-year-old son, Landon. It takes place over the course of several months because mom faked a paternity test, dad had to win his rights back, and now we're here. You can go back and watch the first.
So yeah, so this is what she does. I think she has a second channel too. Let me see. But she does pretty well for herself, right? And now, here we go.
Have any support. My parents inexplicably are siding with my husband, even though no one was asked to take side.
Gee, I wonder why. Right, guys? You see how she's just leaving out, like, what would make a girl's parents side with her ex?
Sounds like cheating to me. That's what.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
I'm so scared right now. I haven't lived alone in 10 years. I'm just really angry. I have a lot of resentments and I'm really scared. I'm scared that I'm going to go out on my own and then I'm going to fail. I don't have any support. My parents inexplicably.
She doesn't need to worry about that. She
Even though
doesn't
no one
need
was
to worry
asked.
about worrying about failure. She's already a
So
failure.
Look at that, guys. See? But
Then
anyway,
why
guys,
did you mess it up with your husband, Dum Dum?
Thank you. Yeah,
Failure.
guys. Hold on. What is this? Lady cop flips out when homeowner says no warrant.
Well, all those tattoos was my first hint. To not
Yeah, I know. It's like a coloring book.
Yeah.
Seems like a copy of friggin' Spawn. The comic book. All right, guys, let's do this and then we'll log off.
That's the sound of the police.
There we go. You guys, I'm gonna start posting 51304s. I have to delete all of my content off that channel to get it re-monetized. So
Really?
that
Are you
sucks.
serious?
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
Yeah,
Wow.
that sucks. It's all good though.
February 8th, 2026, officers in Florida
Ohio, Florida
responded to the historic Seaport District after receiving reports that an intoxicated woman with her dog was screaming at tourists and causing a disturbance. As officers arrived at the marina, they spotted the woman surrounded by a group of people worried about her dog's well-being. Here's what the officers did next.
What's going on? Why are you yelling, man? Because of what? Tell me what happened.
Well, nothing happened.
Whoever's belching or ripping, please mute.
Why are you yelling?
I'm not yelling.
I can hear it from like a block away.
We're so loud.
What's going on?
It could be loud like that.
What's going on?
Nothing.
She's like, what Stan's dad? I thought this is America.
I was just thinking that, yeah.
I'll put you in handcuffs. You guys all right? What happened?
She was trying to fight with the dog. Please don't let her have the dog. Please.
Okay.
I might think that the dog needs some water.
Okay.
Oh, fact, guys. If you have a dog, get one of those running water like those waterfall things, because dogs and cats have evolved to avoid standing water. You know what I'm saying? Like if the only water they have is standing water, they'll only drink enough to where they're not like gonna die of thirst. Always have moving water for your pet to drink. There's actually new studies that show that'll make your dog live so much longer because they're actually hydrating. themselves.
Yeah,
you know?
actually, another big thing is make sure that you're also giving them about 50-50 ratio of wet canned food and dry food mixed together, because especially with cats, they start having kidney failures because they're constantly dehydrated. But I didn't know about the running water thing. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but dude, guys, I have a cat. She's like the most spoiled freaking animal on God's green earth.
I got a cat too. I didn't realize
she has the automatic feeder for wet food and dry food. She has the waterfall freaking water thing, guys. It's pathetic. She's like an emperor class cat stand thing.
Oh yeah. No, that's the type of, like, I am convinced that cats came from another planet. They invaded Earth. They went to the biggest litter box they could find, ancient Egypt, and they landed with the intention of conquering. The ancient Egyptians saw them and immediately started worshiping them as gods, and they looked at each other and said, "Mission accomplished?
Yeah.
Mission accomplished. Okay, let's go everywhere." Okay. It's like, Harvey, you like it cold, so go north. Princess, you like it when it's humid, you can go to the jungle. All right, we own this mother now.
Yeah,
and that's why cats think they're better than everybody.
So what's going on? Is that your dog? I'm asking a question. Is that your dog or not?
I think so.
You think so, or it's not? Or you need to call SPCA so they can just take the dog. Is that your dog or not? Ma'am, if you're not going to answer, I'm going to call SPCA and they're going to take the dog. You want to do that? Ask you a question. You want to do that?
What question are you asking me?
Oh my God.
No, you're not asking me. No, it's called garlic croutons.
No, it's not.
Yeah, and they're right there on the seat.
Yes.
Okay. Where are you staying, ma'am?
I say that.
What's that? Is that the apartment complex or what is it?
I don't know why you're asking me to qualify it
Is it
for
a
anything
halfway
other
house?
than what I know it as.
Okay, so how are you gonna get home?
I'm gonna call Uber like I always do.
Okay, what happened here? Why you start yelling at these people?
The only thing that happened here was they asked me to take their picture. They wanted me to take their picture from here to this part, and I said, okay. I had taken my own picture from this part to that part, and I said, out of 10, 11 of them will exist.
Okay.
Am I free to go?
No, not yet.
What do you mean, no, not yet?
Not yet.
What do you mean, no, not yet? This is public property.
No, it's not. It's actually private.
This is private, yeah, and I'm friends with private
I
property.
don't care who your friend now.
Okay.
You're
Just
friends
stay right
with
here,
private
okay?
property.
For what?
We're investigating disorderly conduct, possible animal abuse. All right?
Animal abuse. Possible animal abuse. That's your reasoning of being right now, eh?
Mhm.
I'm gonna let myself go now.
No, you're not. So
No,
listen,
I'm not. You have
so-
no right to detain me.
Just give me 1 second. All right?
Am I free to
No,
go?
you're not.
Why?
Stay right here.
For what?
I'm gonna put you in handcuffs. Sit down.
For what?
Sit down. For animal
For what?
abuse. Sit
For
down.
animal abuse?
Yes.
Animal abuse?
Seriously. Garlic croutons, dude.
Sit down.
I think she's had work done, AJ.
Yeah, she's botched. Ugh.
So listen, the officer right there, he's very good with the animals. If he gonna tell me your dog is good, he will be free to go. All right?
My dog is good.
Okay, I'm gonna ask him because you're intoxicated.
Hello. Hi.
So listen, she was yelling on the people for whatever reason. They were worried about the dog,
I
not
wasn't
about
yelling
her.
at anybody.
Okay, well,
If you tell me the dog is fine, she can go home. I don't care.
Where do you live?
What's the dog's name?
Oh, get to the point.
How's this?
Sorry, guys.
Trespassing. We have a trespass sign right here.
Left this property.
Yeah, exactly.
She was.
Me anything.
Stop.
Let go of me.
Stop
Let your hands go of me right now.
Well, stop moving.
Let your hands go of me right now.
It's about time.
It's time!
Let your hands go.
Okay, we're done. Put your hands behind your back.
Peacefully.
Let us do our investigation.
What is your investigation? You have not told me anything.
Walk away. Walk away.
You have not told me anything. I like to stand.
Take a seat.
Sit down, you dummy.
You're gonna end up in jail.
Let
So that's
your
all you
hand,
have to do.
let go of your hand
That's all
off
you
my
have to
neck.
do. Just-
Let your hand go
Can't
off my
breathe.
neck.
Can't breathe.
Nope, we're not calling anybody.
Take a seat.
My car and shut up.
Get in the car.
For what?
Get in the car.
For what?
Get in
What
the
is
car.
going on right now?
Get in the car. Sit down.
I'm gonna start kicking.
Now, since you want to play the game,
I'm not playing any game.
what's your name? What is your name, ma'am? I'm not going to ask you again.
All right, once you get tased.
You're going to get back in the car, though. Step out. Search it.
Get my fanny pack right here.
Stop. Stop. Oh, look at those all-it nails. Ma'am, get in the car. I'm not going to ask you again. If you don't get, you're going to get tased.
Get inside.
You're going to get tased. You're going to get in the car. Ma'am, get in the car.
Looks like did the body cam fall off?
They taser?
Yeah. Yeah, they tased her. The body cam was
Get
covered.
my fanny pack right here. Please grab it. It's right here.
Get in the car. You're going to get more charges.
Go with my hair. Like, go. Why are you grabbing
get
my
in the
hair?
car.
Why are you grabbing my hair? Why are you grabbing my hair?
Shut up.
Grab my fanny pack right there, please. Please grab it.
Stop kicking me.
I'm not
Get
kicking
in the
you.
car.
I am not kicking you. You know I'm not kicking you.
You just did.
No, I
Taser
didn't.
again.
You know I didn't. Quit breaking my toes.
Then get in the car.
Taser.
It's the house.
Call your supervisor. Wait until he gets. Please kicking.
Relax. Inside. Since you already did that, you want to do it your time?
Get in the car.
You're gonna tase me again because you did my
Yes,
back
you
and I
don't get in
didn't
the
do a
car.
damn thing. No, you're waiting on your supervisor. We're waiting.
I would tase her right in the throat. You know what I'm saying?
Get in the car.
Now you're gonna do my thigh
Get in the
because
car.
no. Here
Get in
he
the
is.
car.
There he is,
Pepper
right
spray.
there, and he's
Get in the
right
car.
there, and he's
These are like the worst cops ever, man.
right there.
That's not him.
Okay.
Get in the car.
But we're waiting for him.
No, okay, get in the
But
car.
we're waiting for
Do
him.
not kick me in
Oh,
the.
I'm not
Get in
kicking
the
you
car.
in the.
I'm gonna tase
You're
you.
not gonna. No.
I
You're
will.
not. It didn't work.
Get her,
Oh,
get
man,
her.
That's a
We're
lousy
waiting
taser.
on your
Yeah.
supervisor.
He's coming.
Is this taser like broken or what?
Must be.
Okay, then.
He's trying to warn her. Like he's like bumping it. Okay. Put your legs inside.
You're useless, dude.
Either way.
Give me my shoe.
Yes, your
Nah,
shoe is.
that's too much. Give me my shoe right where my is. Come on now.
All you gotta do
Be a grown woman and stand up.
is just pepper
Come on.
spray. We'll give her
Stand
like
up.
a good 5-second dose.
We're not 5 years old.
I miss the days where cops had to carry nightsticks.
Request medical attention.
And resisting without violence. The suspect was originally issued a $60,000 bond.
Anyways, all right, guys. I'm just shut this down, guys. 5 p.m. tomorrow. I'll be live.
Where are you going on vacation?
What's that?
Where are you going on vacation?
Oh, just like around. You know, there's a couple of day trips that I'm gonna go on. You know, just driving.
Oh,
There you go, man.
Just a
nothing
jaunt.
too-
Nice.
You sound so bougie right now.
Yeah, no. I'm from the
Yeah,
West Coast, man.
vacation.
Guys, we're used to driving. People on the East Coast, they don't like. Oh yeah, going to like from like DC to New York is far. No, it's not. It's like 3.5, 4 hours. You Texas, San Antonio to Dallas, is like 7.5 hours going like 75 miles per hour. From Seattle to Portland is what, 4 hours?
Yeah, it's not
4
that
hours.
far.
And
Yeah.
then, but what I'm saying is like, then where? San Francisco? That's like 12 hours. You know what I'm saying? So we're used to driving. So I don't mind driving. But all right, you guys. I appreciate you. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Later.